Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Suited and Booted. I'm your host, Jerogba, to my right.
Number 10.
And to his right, special guest from AUBALLERZ, Taofiq. What's good, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. So, if you're wondering where Rash and Gav are,
Oh my gosh.
and Noor,
We didn't even announce what was happening with Rashid.
no, we didn't. So, for those who are wondering, Rashid's overseas for 6 weeks. He's in Europe, gallivanting around. Gavin has, I believe, his anniversary today.
1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Evening, shout out.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Great couple. And Noor, I don't know where Noor is. So it's just us today, guys. Before we get into things, a reminder, 5 stars on Spotify, please and thank you. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube yet, go do that. Go follow Bootin' About. And most importantly, if you want more content from us, head over to Patreon. Because especially in this coming episode,
Well, yeah, this is going to be different.
it's going to be a little bit different. Long story short, I went to a titty bar on...
You just go straight in every time.
Yeah, but I'm not saying anything else. It's for the Patronis only. It's for the Patronis only.
Oh, my God.
And they know me. That's not like me to go to those establishments. But anyway, we'll speak about that on Patreon. Sorry to the guy that doesn't like when we announce what we're speaking about
sorry
on
to people
Patreon.
that when we talk about Patreon on the pod. Like,
Sorry, man.
yeah, our fault.
So, few shout outs before we start. I want to shout out Floating Rock Mentality. I don't know what it is. But they came up to me at the footy the other night and they said, can you shout out Floating Rock Mentality? So I'm doing it. Shout out Isaac Madden.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Shout out Isaac. We'll get into that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And I want to give a very important and very heartfelt shout out to Football Chaos. Now, if you've been living under a rock, I mean, everyone who follows us will know Football Chaos, right? I spoke to him on the weekend. He does not get any support from anyone. Like, the clubs look after him. Do you know who Football Chaos is?
No.
Okay, so he's this guy who's been filming amateur football for free in Melbourne for like 10 years.
Mad.
And putting it on YouTube, Facebook and everything. And he just loves the local game so much that he just films. He puts up a poll and he says, which game should I go to this weekend? And the most votes he gets, he goes. And I saw him on the weekend and I was like, bro, how don't you have sponsors?
Does he
people
not
looking up?
want them?
He's sort of like, he goes, look, I always do it for the love. He goes, there's a certain organisation, I'm not going to say who, you can do the math, I haven't spoken to in 10 years.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's free marketing.
How's that not
Work
work?
together, man.
Yeah. So I was a bit like, okay, but he's a great guy. Look, all the clubs look after him. They all give him food and some people make donations and stuff. But for a guy that was standing in the pissing down rain by himself with a jacket on, filming the whole game, then going home to cut up the highlights of State 3, State 4, State 5,
Mad.
Metro sometimes.
For nothing.
Yeah.
For the love.
Yeah, we works a 9 to 5.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on,
that's
man. Let's
mad.
help him out.
We got to help him out. So let me just, I'll think of something. Football Chaos, but we love you. You're a legend.
Yeah, shout out.
Before I get into the topics, how's your week?
I've had a rough week, man.
You've had a rough week.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm contemplating retirement.
What? That's the
That's
bombshell
mental.
right there.
Do you know when you miss a chance in front of goal that potentially a 4-year-old can score?
I heard about this.
I had that
Wow.
moment yesterday.
I got the call right after the game from one of your teammates.
It was like, I'm not even upset about it. It was that bad. Like, do you know what I mean?
Laugh at it.
Oh, yeah, but it probably cost us some points.
Damn.
So, yeah, in short, a play was 1-on-1. He shot. It looks like it's going in. I'm running into the box, like following up. It hits the post, comes straight back to me. The goalkeeper's out of the goal. There's one guy in the goal, and he's on the ground in the net because he's tried to slide to get the ball. So I practically have a free net. But the ball bobbled to me, and I just took a touch, and it just got stuck in my foot, and I had both sides of the goal to aim for. And I passed it straight to the guy that was on the ground. And
Leave the game before the game leaves
yeah,
you.
yeah. Dude, that was a real
It was a dark night.
it was a dark moment, man, of realizing that maybe I'm not that good at this thing anymore.
We'll get into that more later. What's been going on with you, bro? How's life treating you? We're going to get into Taofiq's story, by the way. We just have some.
Can we just say that literally from a conversation we had with you at Emerging Socceroos at the tournament, we were like, he's got to come on the pod.
No, I love, man.
You were just dropping game, man.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying, man. My week's been good. I can't lie. It's busy. Obviously playing game last night. Lost. So we move on from that. Chased the ball for 90 minutes.
Well, against them.
Against them. So and been good. Obviously, AUBALLERZ stuff. Coaching kids. Oh, banging week. Obviously, I knew from before, but Beckham signed his pro.
We're going to get to that.
So, that was a big thing that made me happy this week. That's probably a highlight of my week.
So, can I just start maybe just on AUBALLERZ front? Because obviously, I know that platform quite well. What is it? How did you come into contact with them, and what's your sort of role there?
Do you know what was crazy? So, obviously, Guillaume and Arnold started AUBALLERZ the month I moved to Australia. So, I moved in January last year. So, they started at the same time. They was doing their own thing, but I was always coaching kids when I first came, and Beckham was my first kid I was basically coaching, the big kid. And obviously they was filming all these boys, and all these boys was coached by me.
Okay.
Oh,
so
really?
that's what was happening. So like all the highlight reels were coming from kids I was coaching. So then obviously we just kind of met through there. Then Arnold got in contact. I was actually going to do a tournament. Long story short, me and Arnold spoke, and then he asked me to help the brand. Then he basically said, like, do you want to become the brand? Because I had my own thing going called like Ball Out AU.
Yeah.
And
the
then
name sort of
Baller AU.
Yeah, was my what I was
Is it
just
Ball
doing.
Out or Ball Out?
Yeah, Ball Out AU.
Oh,
Because
Ball Out
obviously
AU.
my whole thing being from London was like, I want to see people that can ball out. That's what I was saying. We say you got to ball out, just showcase yourself.
Yeah.
And I put Australia because it just made more sense. And it was all at the same time. I created it at the same time. And then when we met, then Arnold just basically asked me, and then we went on together and co-owner now. We've like of AUBALLERZ, yeah.
Oh,
so
that's crazy.
but I've been doing AUBALLERZ behind the scenes probably since like last year.
Right.
This time last year probably.
The first time I met you, you would have been just starting because it was at Rhythm Cup.
Yeah, so then that Rhythm was one of the things because we did Sydney before that.
Yep.
We went to Sydney before that. We had Ultra. So so would have been around that time.
Is what AUBALLERZ do, is that common in Europe? Like, are there those platforms that are going watching like almost suburban kids or juniors play?
Do you know what? Not really.
I don't know if they're. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen something like
Obviously,
that.
Rising Ballers was the one.
Yeah.
Rising Ballers started as an AUBALLERZ and just became
A beast.
exactly. So it was
They cover people now that play senior.
exactly
Like kids that play senior
play
football.
Barcelona
really?
and stuff.
Okay.
Whereas in at the start, they was literally getting Rising Ballers.
Yeah.
So it kind of it was that, but it's not because there's so much eyes on Europe. I don't think you need a platform like this. Whereas there's not that many eyes here, so you actually need it because there's so much talent, but talent's not being platformed.
Man, we're going to get into all of this. I've got it all listed.
All right.
Yeah.
But for the next general topics we have, please, we want your input.
Yeah.
Right? You're just one of the guys now, man. You're one of the guys now.
Yeah.
We have to talk about what's happening with the Australian Championship.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Now, I think what's happened this week was a bit of a false alarm.
Yeah.
That's what I've come to the conclusion of, right? So let me just give you guys some insight if you don't know what's happening. So obviously it's starting later this year as like a knockout group stage sort of tournament thingy. But the initial tweet from Marko Ivkovic was, the Australian Championship will only run for 2 years and not be renewed. The NSD will not go ahead due to no other clubs being able to satisfy the criteria in the last expression of interest. The 8 foundation clubs have been refunded their $500,000 bank guarantees. Now, everyone lost their shit over that.
Yep.
Because they're like, well, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
Like, what, you're going to play 2 years, well done, and then they're nothing.
Yeah.
Right? People then have started to be like, now hold on a second. Now I'm not saying that. Look, Marco he's a legit guy on Twitter, and he gets most of the news first. But a lot of other people saying, let's just hold on a bit. So I've got some insight here. I found this on Twitter. The response I got from one of the high ups at Sydney United is, the expressions of interest just only recently got submitted. All foundation clubs are getting their $500,000 bonds back as agreed. What he believes from those comments is moving away from the Champions League format into a proper league format. The FA have given themselves 2 years to sort that out. So it's almost like
well, that's a launch pad to something bigger.
yeah. So instead of it just stopping, now from that, it looks like they're going to do that for 2 years, stop that, and then actually go into a proper.
What, have like a 30-game season?
Well, I don't know. And again, I'm getting different things here. This is from Joe K. Shout out Joe K. So the foundation clubs put down 500,000 initially. They did this with the thought that it would be a full home and away season, apparently, right?
Yeah.
The reason the clubs have been refunded is because it's the Champions League model now. But keep in mind, this isn't a new thing. Clubs have got that knowledge months ago. Pretty much nothing has changed. And the future of the tournament will be decided based on how well the championship does in its first season. Tell the booters if they want it to succeed, they better get amongst it and she'll be right. So
Fascinating chain of events. So I think also this was up for being able to be live like 2 years ago, the second division.
I think so, 2023. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a position taken to postpone or extend the time frame to allow potential other clubs to get in and meet the criteria. A lot of clubs initially didn't want to be a part of it. Like it just separated themselves from it, thought it wasn't for them. And then a lot tried to come in late at the end and couldn't satisfy. Like 500,000 is a lot of money.
What have you found out that you're allowed to say?
Nice.
Yeah, be careful.
It seems like from my sources who are at the heart of this, it's the member federations that are going towards Football Australia and essentially pushing back on the scenario of the league. For what reasons? Maybe I'm not sure. My instinct is like their teams, like key teams from their league are going into a different league. I don't know if they benefit from that. I'm not sure. But they have a voting power that has been able to bring this into a...
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah. It doesn't fully make sense to me as well, but like pretty much the person I spoke to said it's like, it's because of them.
So Football Australia put out an article this morning. And look, the summarised version of it is this RFP aimed to bring in more clubs, especially from underrepresented states and territories. No new clubs were selected in this round of expression of interest or whatever, as no fully compliant bids were received. Football Australia remains optimistic about more clubs joining in the future as they meet the necessary standards. The 8 foundation clubs have already been confirmed and will have up to 5 years of automatic participation as long as they maintain the licensing standards. So that, again, I've been seeing on Twitter all morning all of these abbreviations. I don't fucking know what these abbreviations are, brother. Okay? Put it to me straight, right? Pause if needed.
Yep, pause.
Yep.
Now, from my understanding of what that said, goes back to your point before that we were speaking of, that it might just be, you're not going to get no new expression of interest because it's fucking $500,000, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that some people within the clubs, the foundation clubs, have proposed to Football Australia to like try and drop the fees to allow clubs to be able to make the cut essentially.
What do you think, bro? Like coming from, and again, we'll get into your journey later because it's there's a lot of parallels with sort of where you played NPL, so on and so forth. But coming here, when was the first time you found out that there wasn't a promotion relegation, there wasn't a second division?
As soon as I landed.
So you didn't know?
No, because it's a long story, but I kind of got coerced and deceived to come here. I thought this was a lot more like a league that flowed, essentially.
Wait.
So it was like you could achieve.
Yeah, of course. Let's go.
Like you could achieve like from going from whatever league, NPL, you go A-League. Like it was like a realistic jump, and there was like the A-League was kind of like the MLS, but in a sense there was a USL version of promotion flow, like kind of what it is, but you jump. If you do well, you jump. Right, so when I came, I was like, all right, cool. But remember, when I came, I even went to one of the worst clubs. Like, I went to like a VPL or VPL 2. So I didn't even go NPL.
Right.
So I've gone like...
And you were told from the person who brought you that the jump was...
easy. And it was like, MPL's all the same. It don't matter. Sign MPL 1
not even
or
in the
sign
top
VPL.
five.
Yeah. Remember, I didn't even know. Like, this is what I mean. I didn't even know what VPL was. So they just said MPL 1, 2, and 3. They said MPL 3, 1, and 2, all the same.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Savage.
Levels not even different. Like,
nice.
just sign for whatever the club gonna give us the most money was what he was saying right at the time. He's like, trust me, when you go in there, you'll tear it apart. So that's when I first arrived, bro, I was in shock. First day, went there. Obviously, I'm used to like getting kit and stuff. Got to the thing, no kit. Training on some rugby oval. Like, bro, they had me in like medium shorts and some large top.
Yep.
He's a big
On a
boy,
swamp,
guys.
like,
Medium
you know-
shorts and not fucking.
How tall are you? 6 what?
6'4".
6'4".
Medium shorts and not thick.
Bro, so then it was like, it was mad. So obviously, I'm sitting there saying, I've come to the other side of the world for this. I was like, my first 6 weeks was mental. The realization was mad. Like because remember, they flew to, they met me in London.
No,
One of the guys, I don't know if he was doing
For a
business.
VPL 2 team.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Showed me all these pictures of the club.
flight in the world.
Bro, but he must have been on holiday. Do you get it? But he
Yeah,
acted
okay,
like
he
he
was
was flying
there.
in, come and meet me, had dinner, all of that sort of, took me for dinner, everything, bro. Showed me like it was proper professional.
And then you got medium shorts.
Bro.
That's where we're at, bro.
So just going back to, I guess, when you get here and then you're like, oh, wait a minute. There is no promotion relegation. Or were you aware that the NPL didn't go up to the A-League?
So when I landed is so obviously I did my research on the A-League and they said I knew there was no relegation from the A-League, but I didn't. So what I got told was a B-League was forming, like something was going to happen, that there was going to be a B-League and A-League, and it just solidifying one season and the B-League is going to start. So in my head, this is something that's been happening and it's a perfect time to come. So when I did arrive and I asked the boys like in my team, but then I realized that my team kids were like all these kids that have just come through the club, and I was like a bad team. It was only when I started to meet the NPL 1 boys and I started to like train with them, and they was like, "Where you playing?" After we do a session, they'd be like, "Where you playing this year?" And I'll be like, "You're playing where?" They was in shock that I was there, and they was like, "Yeah, but I already signed a contract, so it was like I was done before I even got here, so it didn't even matter."
Smart, bro.
It didn't even
lock
matter. I
anyone
couldn't
up,
do
bro.
anything.
They'll fly to the other fucking side of the world.
fucking lock you in.
Take you to fucking dinner if they want.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
So when I've come, that's why I had like this bitter taste in my mouth, because my first season was in VPL 2 and it was awful. I started playing striker some games. Like my manager was putting me up top because I was
Like,
a
what,
problem.
you weren't enjoying it, or just
No,
like
just because
quality?
it was like I'm too good. Like go up front, like
Right.
throw him up front to like cause havoc.
Right.
And I'm a centre back.
So
Like-
did you, when you've come over and you've started playing MPL 2 and you've realised that you're better than this, did you have any conflict with the person who flew over to London?
Of course.
And like, yeah, what
But
are
they-
those
remember
conversations
though,
like?
but by then they had my whole life in their hands. So they're paying for me. They're paying my wage for football. They had me coaching at the club, and I couldn't say a damn word, or they will cut my whole resource off. I was even living. So they said they got me a house. I was going accommodation. They put me in a house with one of my teammates at the time. Man, he has a missus there, but he was South American. So I was with an Argentinian boy and his missus in the house. They had me in I kid you not, probably their son's bed when he was like 6 years old, 7 years old. My feet used to hang off the bed, edge of the bed, bro. When I first arrived, bro, no banner. You're laughing,
Morning,
but I'm telling you, no banner, bro. Like single bed, I couldn't roll left or right, bro. It was mental.
Humble beginnings,
Humble with
bro.
no TV in the crib, no thing. It was mad, yeah. Like I actually had to go get my own apartment after. I lived in that house for 3.5 weeks.
Just on this point, this is a really poignant point. A lot of people, I guess, everyone always speaks about, international players coming to play in NPL and blah, blah, blah. Why don't you just fucking leave? A lot of the times, I mean, if you're in the NPL world, you probably know, but if you're not, you're right. They have your life in their hands.
Yep.
Like, as much as you might hate the situation, it's like, well, the only income I'm getting is through them, maybe. My legs are dangling off a 6-year-old's bed, but it's the only bed I've got at the moment until I sort of set myself up,
Yep.
So sometimes it's almost like I've just got to firm it and just see what happens and hopefully just try to upgrade my living standards or my fucking the football or whatever. Like, I don't think people understand that sometimes you just like, if you're moving to the other side of the world and they're your only hope fuck, what are you going to do?
Yeah, you're stuck.
What are you going to do?
They had me by the balls. Like, it was bad. Like, bad. Like, it weren't even, I couldn't even throw a stinker. And the agent who did the deal, or the broker, whatever you want to call him, he was in Sydney based. So he didn't actually know the club. He's just one of those guys that calls around, sends your highlights to people, and whoever bites, he takes.
Done here.
Yeah, it was mad. It was mad. Remember, also, I didn't know Australia, you need a car. So, like, it's one of those places, not like London, bro. It's TFL. Like, mine jumps on the train.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to go anywhere. It was taking me 2.5 hours to travel somewhere that takes a 20-minute drive. Like, it was just, the train system here doesn't exist. It's just so bad.
It's crap, yeah.
So, like, my whole life was, so what you're asking, I was like, I was fuming. But, shut my mouth. Even, for example, I got my UEFA B license in coaching. So I coach, like, I've done hard work to get my badges, These guys had me coaching a Saturday program. So remember, Saturday program's external. So they're getting a lot of money from that. Yeah. And for example, I hear now prices, people get paid like 30K for the term or whatever. They get a lot of money. Like, people get a good amount of money. Bro, the money they had me doing for 3 hours of coaching the whole club, bro, it was slavery. Like, it was borderline slavery.
Damn, bro.
As in, like, the equivalent of money, what they was giving me for what they was earning, they literally took me for a ride. Wow. It was mad. It was. I got a bit of taste for that club, but I just keep it impartial because I do what I need to do for the brand and stuff. But
fucking,
they done me dirty. And then on top of that, when I decided that I got to a point in the season when I started making my own, I saved up a bit. I told them I'm leaving because I got my own apartment now. I said I'm leaving. I'm not playing no more. I'm just focused on my stuff. They tried to tell everyone, like, in Victoria not to sign me. So any club that was like there was a Greek club. So any Greek club that I was speaking to was basically like getting told by them that don't sign me, don't touch him. So it was really bad. Yeah, it was mad.
There is politics, like, a lot of politics out in the league, and everyone kind of knows everyone as well.
Yeah, it's a very small circuit.
Yeah,
but luckily for me, football talks. So I was able to then just get on the pitch, and then when you meet me and that, he's actually a good guy. What was the problem? There was no problem. It was just I was in an abusive relationship and I got out of it, essentially.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Is that heater, is that coming up on the mics? No? Oh, okay, all good. Again, if this is me... Gone.
Yeah.
Same with Derry, Gavin's mate, who... Another British guy came here, was playing for Thunder. Nothing was going his way.
Yeah.
Couldn't get visas. Nothing to do with Thunder per se, but just like he was injured. And I was just thinking, man, you have to really just... I'll find it very rare that someone would come here as a foreigner and have the perfect start.
Yeah.
Because of just like adapting to everything. Simple stuff like, I'll just take the train everywhere. No, you won't.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say your experience is slightly more common than it should be.
And this is what I realized. The more Brits I spoke to was like, this is normal.
Yeah.
Like, everyone kind of was like, this is normal. It gets better the second year. Yeah. Everyone always told me. Like, for example, I jumped from VPL 2 to NPL 1. Like, I jumped up the league straight away just because it was like, once managers was aware of you. And the weirdest thing is, and this is the problem I think with Australian football, is that the scouting system's crap, so no one actually looks properly. So, for example, there's NPL players good enough to play in this A-League. They can't not tell me that is a fact. It's a fact.
Would you mind naming some who you think?
For example, it's Avondale, because I played against him yesterday. Yui Ahmed, 100% could play in the A-League. Kirker could play. I would say Manny. I would say that front three. I would say what's the boy? The one that was at Gully last year, number 23, number 10.
Yeah, I know who you're talking.
Trevea. He's very good. He's a 10. I forgot his name. Very good.
Macedonian?
I think so. The boy at there's a boy that plays for the Heidelberg. I say Jamal Ali. I would say the boy that went to MacArthur.
Oh, Harry Sawyer, yeah.
And then you've got the other one, Sabit, the winger that went to Central Coast.
Sabit Ngor.
Yeah. Like, there's Litios, the midfielder from Heidelberg, the 6.
Lesiotis.
You know him, baller.
Yeah, we saw him play.
Baller. So when you play against players, you're like, all right, these guys are very good. Remember me, I don't really pay attention to people. Like, I'm not. There's no scouting. There's no analysis before the games. You just turn up. You get told this team does this, and you play. The problem is, though, the biggest problem here is that A-League clubs don't respect NPL players. And it's a similar the NPL don't respect the league below. And everyone doesn't think that people are ready for step-ups. But then you see it this season, the Dandy Thunder boy, the Japanese visa that was at Northcote last year.
He's unreal.
He's killing it for Thunder.
Unreal.
Unbelievable. Yeah. But he was playing for Northcote. And I'm saying, how did no one else take him? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The striker that's gone to South, Ren. Bro, I played against him last week. Baller.
Where did he come from?
Eastern Lions.
Was he from? Oh, so he's from a Melbourne team,
He played for Eastern Lions.
right?
And no one, like, obviously clubs, but how is that guy playing for Eastern Lions?
Like,
They're
how's
fighting
he missed?
relegation. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how is he end up at Eastern Lions?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So there's like all these type of things, and that's the problem I see.
It used to be way more common for the NPL level or the old VPL that those players would always fill up A-League squads.
Was
in
it?
the first
What, back in your
first
playing
five,
days?
no, probably first like 5 to 8 seasons.
when they were building the league?
Yeah,
So
a lot of players were signing from Green Gully to Melbourne Victory to Central Coast.
Man.
It was very, very common. And then I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago, it kind of stopped.
yeah, when they were bringing in all those international players and everything,
Yeah.
I feel like they stopped doing it. But
Like almost Del Piero onwards.
yeah,
It
pretty
stopped.
much. That's
Yeah.
like 10-ish years. But yeah, in saying that, it is, I think if there was a better pyramid, then I don't know how this works, but it would in my brain. So let's just go with it. Yeah. I feel like if there was a better pyramid, you wouldn't miss as many. Like, for instance, if a team dominates in the NPL and then they go up, just like in the Prem or whatever, their best players are going to get picked off.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, just like, you know, even Ipswich going down, we take the lap. Like, that's going to happen. If that's
Yeah.
going to happen, if
You're
there's
gonna
a
poach.
yeah, you're going to poach, which is better for the league because, and even below that, like you were saying, the Japanese, is it? Oh my god,
Yuki. I think it's
that's
Yuki.
it.
Yeah.
Even Thunder's centre back, I rate highly.
The tall one.
The Dutch guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me even say, okay, another side topic. Amir Abdullah, yeah? He's talking about his season last year.
Yeah.
How can you do what you did in the NPL last year?
Did he get a trial though?
So he went to Perth, Perth Glory, scored on his trial.
And they
He went to Western United, scored on his trial. Didn't get signed. What was it? He might not be able to compete against players in the A-League because the fullbacks kind of might know that he comes inside a lot. Did you see what he was doing? And this is the thing,
not
right?
enough. You can't
It's
say
not
that's
enough.
enough.
But then you get players like Harry Sawyer, deservingly so, got an opportunity. But Sabit got an opportunity. He deserves it because he earned it. But you can't tell me Sabit gets signed at a club and Amir Abdullah doesn't after the season he had.
Yeah,
So that doesn't make sense to me.
He cleaned up at the
we
awards.
shouted out Amir Abdullah
Yeah.
on this podcast because he was at
Hume.
then.
And his mate Isgrove were doing a madness.
He's another crazy player.
Yeah, like even Isgrove. He how they didn't take him in the A-League is mental.
Yeah, I wonder. I guess from my right, if I'm an A-League scout per se, my biggest issue with the NPL would be is that, and it's not really a major thing, but it's like they train twice a week or 3 times a week, and I think that jump, like, unless they're running a professional lifestyle, that
It's hard.
change.
It's always hard. Even when I was a kid and I went from, it's hard. Going to full-time football is a different level and it takes time to adapt, 100%.
There's a lot of players in the NPL that could play in the A-League, but not a lot of players that would want to dedicate their life to it.
100%. And but that's the thing. The balance of the NPL is that you can get paid well and have a life.
Yeah.
Whereas when you become a A-League, you're a professional footballer, you have no life.
Yeah.
That is you.
And we've spoken about this
24/7.
before. You get a first-year A-League contract coming from the NPL, you're getting 60 to 80 grand, if that.
Yeah.
Right? In the NPL, if you're working and you
Yeah.
play NPL, guess what? You're going to make more.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
so
I wish we could have a look at the list of the people that turned it down because of that reason.
100%.
There would have
There'll
been.
I reckon it's
there would have been, bro. Like, I know we've spoken on the pro of doing it, which is if you have one good season, then you could get a move to Asia, then you could get a higher contract at an A-League club, and then you do end up making more than you were in the NPL, but
doesn't always work.
it's not risky. It's risky.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
risky.
Doesn't always
Especially
work.
if you're like 29, 30.
which
Yeah,
which
yeah,
a lot of the
yeah.
offers are to
for the older guys, they don't do it.
Yeah.
What for?
Why would you?
Yeah.
In your whole career, you lose it and then you get an injury, for example, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden now you're back to square one.
Just back to the. Was there anything else you wanted to say on the second division stuff? I would keep the faith, guys.
I would just say that if that doesn't go ahead, everyone loses out.
Everyone.
100%.
Everyone loses out. The Football Australia, the fans, the clubs,
Juniors.
the game in Australia, like everyone's dying for promotion and relegation. Clearly, we can see there's hurdles to it being done. What I'm finding difficult, if it's showcased for 2 years and it jumps off the Richter scale, what, it's just going to go away?
Well,
Essentially, right, what you kind of touched on.
yeah, but I think now from what we've been told is this 2 years, again, people are going to say, no, whatever the fuck, I don't care. But what I'm gathering from it is the 2 years of the Champions League format is like a trial. And then their aim is, if it goes well, then we switch to an actual second division rather than...
What's going well?
I don't know.
But then
Probably
also,
viewerships, probably if sponsors are interested, probably if there's moments, like probably if the crowds are good, they'll all play into account. But yeah, I don't know.
well, I don't know that, and the weird dynamic with this is the second division. It's the clubs that have money. Mm-hmm. So do you know what I mean?
It's
like
odd.
if you're going to have a league, a second division, you want that's got to be the best teams that are there to be available. Not saying that they're not, but it's also
Some are, some aren't.
Well,
Yeah.
you've got to pay your way to get there.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Again, I could be wrong in this. Is this the only second division in the world where the club has to pay entry?
This is what I was going to allude to.
It's madness.
It's madness.
Is it?
No, it has
Or
to
am
be.
I stupid here?
No, it has to be. It's mad.
Yeah.
This is the only country.
You come from the perfect
Yeah,
pyramid
like-
as well. So
I
it's
always
probably-
say English football's the best.
Let
Yeah.
me give you an example, yeah? So I don't think people understand why the FA Cup is so special to fans and English. For example, you have a club. Everyone is entered in this competition from the Premier League to 8th tier.
Yep.
And every time you win, you get money. So, for example, if your club gets to the first round proper of the FA Cup and you've gone through 4 rounds, you've probably made like 750
Wait, so the lower team's got to play 4 games to get to round 1.
to get to round 1. Yeah, so you got to win your way up, right?
Yeah.
And then remember,
that's
round
good.
3, the Premier League clubs come in. So if you get a Premier League club away, that's why you see it. You get like a National League club or even a Conference South club. They get like a League 2 club. It's massive.
Where did
TV.
where did Rice score that goal away?
When was this last season?
Yeah, and they lost their minds. Was it for West Ham or Arsenal that he scored? I can't even remember. It must have been West Ham, and he scored. It was against a low
low-level team.
away as well.
Even Tottenham last year, they played against on the Astro. Who did they play? They played Tamworth, I think.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
Astro.
yeah.
Do you remember?
And they'll get, that was like an NPL crowd. They were getting abused on the way
Exactly.
in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but this is the thing. That game for Tamworth sets the club up for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Whereas in here, you play Australia Cup, you don't even get paid for the game.
Yeah.
Like that week of round when you play, so when you play
Wait,
that
the players
Australian
don't
Cup,
get paid, you're saying?
yeah, players don't get paid for that round. As in England, you win that game, you make bonuses, like you get paid for that game. Like it's massive, right? So these are the things. It's like here is very much so all money orientated, and it goes all the way down to the juniors, and it hurts for someone like me because it was like if I was born in Australia, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I got from a big family. I've got 8 siblings, right? 7 siblings.
Wow.
I'm the 8th. I'm the youngest of 8. So imagine when we grew up, there's 4 boys in the house. If we
Yeah,
all wanted to
100
play
grand a year,
football, exactly, how are we all going to play football? So imagine I couldn't play because my older brother might be good, and they have to put the money to him to make it. That's how it works here. Football's a poor man's game. Like it's actually a poor person's sport.
It always should be as well.
So
yeah.
it should be always free to everybody to then work their way up.
Well, we spoke about that same thing with the emerging Socceroos. They had to pay to be in that.
Yeah.
Well, now the best players pay more.
Yeah.
So are they the best players though?
Pay more.
Yeah,
But
their parents are
but
paying
then
the
are they
most
the best
fees,
players?
I would assume.
Well, that's the thing. Are they really the best players?
Are they really the best players
Yeah.
though? Or
Well,
are they the best of a bunch
Are
that
you
make
willing
money?
to open up on whatever you just said there? Because I don't. We kind of hovered on this point last week.
Because I don't know for sure. Like I can't
we
give an
didn't
opinion.
know, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like you may know, like
No,
situation.
I know for sure because remember I'm like I watch all these games, right? Every Sunday I probably see 3 games a Sunday or at least 2 games from anywhere from under 12s all the way up to like seniors. I watch games, I get videos, I watch because they're AUBALLERZ, right? So I see talent from Sydney and Melbourne a lot more than anywhere else, right?
So wait, just for the listeners, what you're saying is from your viewpoint is that there's a bunch of high quality players that either aren't having the chance to trial
Yep.
for the state teams,
Yep.
or
That's a fact, by the way.
They're not having
the state trial. The state trial was only selected from Melbourne City, Victory, and Western. So it wasn't opened up to Bulleen, Malvern, any of the other top clubs. It wasn't like an open trial. It was.
So even like we've had people say there was like one from Malvern. So how are they getting in?
So if the one from Malvern might get in because it may be a kid who's outstanding and his TD or whoever is pushes so much that he gets to go to the trial. Right. For example, Bulleen's a club. They ask Bulleen, send your best 3 players to our trial, which is a known thing. So Bulleen will get 3 players they gets to select that will go to the trial.
Right.
Do you get it? And then that if they get selected, because remember there's 3 teams. They chose 3 teams. Yeah. There's blue, there was silver, and there's white. Yeah. So for the 16s and the 15s. But if you look at all across the board, it's all City, Victory, and Western players, and there might be the odd one player. That's not because they've done a trial for who of the age group, Division 1. They didn't go Division 1 and say, all these boys come out. It was kind of like, no. If they're that good, they'll be at City, Victory, or Western. That's not the case.
Yeah.
I just don't know if the players in the academies need to be in the state team. I think the academies should be playing each other, like in a one-off. The state team should be for the next crop of kids that aren't in a professional environment.
My opinion is it should just be the best player no matter where you play. So if they are at City, they're there. If they are somewhere else, they're there. And, I don't know too much, but I hear from all the kids and stuff like a lot of the best clubs aren't even the A-League ones.
No, they're not.
In these academies.
Remember, I would tell you now, in the Victoria, the juniors in the East or whatever you want to call it, South East side, the best clubs, you'll get you got Bulleen, Malvern, and Glen Ira, which is usually an academy that is coming up. And then usually their kids get raided and go to the academies. On the other side, you got the Green Gullies, the Humes. They're usually really good academies, and that they fill them up. Then you get the odd academy that might get a good age group, like a Manningham, a Box Hill might be in there. But the reality is this: Malvern's a State 1 club, gonna be VPL 2 when they get promoted, right? Mm-hmm. But if this was done in England, surely South Melbourne should have the best academy. Then Avondale should have the best academy. Then Oakley should have the best academy. But it doesn't work like that here. It's hard, right? And I sit here and I'm an outsider, so I'm just looking at it perspectively. I'm like, even for example, the manager of the 16s Vic Blue team was Johnny A, right? So Heidelberg manager. Yep. Was he the best manager for the job? I don't know. But he's the most qualified and he's having a really successful with seniors. But juniors is a completely different
ball game.
It's a different ball game. Yeah. Like his team he had was ridiculous. Talent-wise, right? I can tell you. They had an Indonesian under-17 international playing centre-back. They had 2 Australian internationals, a left-back and a striker. They had Malik, who was probably the best player in the whole tournament, playing right wing. Okay? They didn't even make the final, so you wouldn't even see them because the only day you came was on the final day. Yeah. But their team, pound for pound, is ridiculous. They had all the best players at City. Half of their team was playing senior men's in Victoria. Like, they're playing senior men's for their respective teams. And they couldn't beat WA. And I watched the game. WA had 1 shot and scored. Like, we're talking about, like, Australian internationals are playing in this team and we couldn't get to the final. And it wasn't because they didn't have the best players. It was just because they wasn't able, like, do you know what I mean? Without me saying what I need to say, it's like, and that's the problem.
Shots fired at Johnny A, man.
No, but obviously, but he's a great manager. I actually rate him.
But it is a different,
tactically very good.
Like, you're coaching kids and grown men, it's different.
And at the end of the day, he probably doesn't even know the kids like that. Really, he can't be managing Heidelberg and he's looking at this 15, 16-year-old kid to be like, point. Like, at the end of the day, he's got put in the position. He's going to do the best he's got with what he's seeing. He's probably had a couple of training sessions with them and pick a team. If you know the kids, for example, they had an Akeem Gerald who is 15 years old playing for Melbourne City week in, week out in the senior men's and the top of the VPL 1.
He's crazy, that kid.
And he was getting subbed at half time for a kid who plays for Victory, who's really good for his age, but plays under 23s. So you're like, do you take him off before he gets going? Or do you know what I mean? It's it was little things like that I found very weird. And that was just me being honest, looking at that team. Matt Baker, for example, played for Indonesia. They qualified for the World Cup. He's a left back, but they played him left centre back just to kind of fit him in. Does that make sense? It was kind of like you was watching players play to fit them in rather than the actual best position, maybe change the formation, maybe do... it was just, the New South Wales boys impressed me. I saw New South Wales and I was like, Victoria were behind.
Well, I was gonna we didn't touch on it much because look, if I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want their kids, so I'm not gonna be. But we only watched the finals as well. You were there all the days.
Yeah.
Did you think the standard was as good as it should have been?
The final didn't showcase how good the tournament actually was.
So the final never does that.
WA should never been in the final. Respectfully, they should never been in the final. The Queensland Victoria final was more of a fair representation of what they were. But the two New South Wales teams that came for the 16s were unbelievable.
Yeah,
I think they had like five. That team that won has like 5 Socceroos in there already. Like they've got 5 Australian young boys playing for the first. They've already got called up. Technically, remember the New South Wales beat the Vic team in the third and fourth 4-0. I watched that game. I watched the first game when they drew 2-2. Like technically, New Sydney boys just look cleaner, but I think that's because they play on Astro. So everything's Astro over there, artificial grass. So all they do is they can move the ball and they learn technique. Where here, you go to some of the pitches and you'll see the standard of the grass. It's like kids are not developing the same way they're developing if they've got good surfaces.
Interesting.
It's interesting because we've always, well, not always, but I feel like it's been said, especially by Rash and Gavin, who grew up on playing on fucking dirt, saying that they feel like maybe if you're a gun on the shit surfaces, when you get to the flat ones, you're even better.
Yeah, you probably are, but not many are guns.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's a good point.
I just don't get what's the logic with not having everyone be able to trial then? Like
Jake, sorry, bro.
Sorry, what's the logic with not everyone being able to trial? Like, why is that not fair?
I think that's not fair because at the end of the day, for example, there could be a kid playing for Malvern.
No, I agree, but like, why is that? Why is it the way it is?
If you want my honest opinion, he's lazy. He's lazy.
It's just,
I just think no one wants to do it. The process of it it's long, right? You got to then sieve out all these we don't have a scouting system, for example. If you had someone that was a rep, he was a scout, he then goes and picks select games, he goes and watches. If you impress in the game, he invites you to the trial. Invitation. So he's gone, whoever the manager may be or whoever the person they're going to choose, he's gone and looked at the kids, right? And then had a trial day, gone, looked at them, put them all together from the best that he's decided from his eye of how he wants to play.
So you're saying that it's more on the side of word of mouth or just reputation?
It is word of mouth. Reputation, word of mouth. Yeah. It's like, for example, it'll be like, this, I don't want to name the kids' names because it's not fair on them. Yeah. But he plays for Victory, he's really good, he's a gun, he's rated at the academy. Yep, bring him. That's kind of how that team was selected.
Well, that's changed from...
And no, it has though, and everyone says that. Like I've got this. So, for example, now I play for Magic, right? And I've got Lauren. I got Loza as my manager, right? Loza is old school. He's played in Australia. Played for Australia. He knows the system. Ange was his manager when he was at South Melbourne. So he gives me like history lessons, right? So me and him speak for hours on Australian football. It's why I actually know what I know. And he says back in the day, it was like that. Like you earned it. You earned your
one team, and there'd be 2,000 kids trialing.
Yeah,
and you'd start off in your areas like southeast, northwest. Then you'd come together, and you'd literally have to play games against each other, and you'd have 2 hours.
I remember. I didn't make it past first round. Hey, I didn't even get chosen from my primary school.
Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I started crying.
That's slack, bro.
Yeah.
That's slack. You've come a long way,
lazy scouts. Lazy scouts.
Yeah.
They didn't see the qualities.
But that's what I mean. So okay, I'm gonna give you another take that I have on Australian football. Okay, it rewards mediocrity. It doesn't make you earn the right to play. For example, for juniors, right? For example, the biggest A-League should, in my head, I'm coming from outsider looking in now, it should just be a selling league. Should be a selling league. You should get players of good quality, sell them to either Asia or Europe if they're good enough. But to get them good enough, what you need to do is invest in good coaches. Okay, so invest in good coaches and coach your coaches. Get them all UEFA licenses, not these pass away licenses that you're giving away in Australia, because them licenses are not credited in Europe. So an Australian coach of a high level here, one is, for example, if you go for an interview in Europe, you're not going to get a job because they're looking at the league thinking, how would we hire someone in this league? Where's the tactical understanding?
So you're saying they need to go get UEFAs over the FFAs or the FAs?
And then, but just upscale the coaching all round. There's too many bad coaches here, meaning that the level is low because the kids are not developing right. Okay, start there. Get good coaches in. Bring the coaches in, develop the kids better. When you develop better kids, start with a generation. It's like what England done. They planned to be in the Euro finals 10 years ago. They planned to have Phil Fodens and stuff coming through their academies. They planned that. They did a 10-year gap and it's been successful now. Do that with Australia. Pick an under age group and say, this generation, when they're 18, we expect at least 4 or 5 of them to be somewhere or carrying a nation and going to get moves to promote the league. It's a long game, right? That's the first step. Second step is, don't just give young players debuts and hype them up on the A-League channels and try and promote them before they're actually ready. Because, for example, they might go to Europe and they come back straight away. Or they may go to America, they just come back within a year. None of them actually create waves. Does that make sense? No one's actually creating a wave because they're rushing the process. They're hyping up the kid too soon. And then someone might buy it, but they're not. But when they see the product, it's different. Yeah. That's the second thing.
Fuck, that's interesting because I know now. This is not to say that these young players aren't good, but there's been a few that I feel like A-League clubs have tried to put forward because it's almost like a marketing stunt.
Yep.
To be like, hey, look, we're promoting this young gun, and look, if he's there, he's a good fucking player. All right, 100%. But there's levels.
Yep, 100%.
And like you said, it could stunt their growth.
100%.
Of like, all right, they have, and we spoke about this like before. Even with players that are a little bit older, getting moves too quick, they end up back here. A lot of them end up back here.
100%.
It's interesting though. So there's a couple of points I wanted to make to yours, Taofiq. So the first one is, I agree somewhat with the better coaches, because until you've been coached by like a really, really good coach, then you really understand actually within like 6 months, someone can change your whole career.
Yep.
Because of their details and how they work and kind of the education you get on the game.
Yep.
So I understand that, but whose responsibility would it be to select that or to develop that, right? Because are you talking from like an academy and an A-League point of view, or are you going lower here?
No, I'm talking from the top all the way down. So we're talking about Australian football. So from the top, from the Federation for Football Australia, all the way down to Victoria, then to the clubs in Victoria. But I'm saying a whole structural change of promoting and educating coaches to be of a higher standard, if that makes sense. Because we can always blame the quality of the kids, right? But like you said, I've had the same experience as you. I've had a coach that's changed my whole perspective. I've gone from someone's saying, I don't really rate him, to saying, this guy. Because kids are like sponges. If you teach them the right information,
100%.
You just see them change. It's like Beckham again.
I was just going to say,
it's like Beckham
do you think Beckham's ready to play senior football?
He's not. He's ready to make the jump, but he needs a stint where he just watches on the bench.
Okay.
He trains with the senior team. I think he should be training with the A-League team. Maybe he gets 3 minutes here.
Well,
he gets 4 minutes here.
Back to Celtic.
I think.
No, he's going to Rapid.
So he's
gone.
City, right?
Yeah. So I'm saying that's the case. I don't think he's ready to start games and start being the main man. It's too much pressure. He's 16 years old. And my biggest fear for him now, and the family know we have open conversations, is I do not want the A-League and the whole club to start saying, look at this guy, and putting all this pressure on him and trying to sell him. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let him develop the way he's been developing. Because a year ago, he was playing for Malvern. And a year later, he signed a pro. He skipped the scholar. He signed a pro straight away.
Oh, he skipped the scholar.
Yeah. He signed a pro.
Okay. What's his mentality like for 16? In this position?
When I first met him, I'm gonna be honest, I said it, I kind of wrote this like soppy paragraph for him, but like it was like when I first met him, it was this kid with, honestly, like I've coached a lot of kids and I've trained with a lot of young players. This boy, because we have categories in England, Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3. Cat 1's like a Arsenal, Chelsea. This boy is Cat 1 academy level, easily, but Cat 3 mentality level. So he was in a situation when a lot of self-doubt, you could get in his head easy. He couldn't play against English boy. Like we talk, right? We're talkers on the pitch. We give it to you. Everyone always say we got mouth, right? He mentally wasn't strong enough to say, like, after the failure, can I go again? Can I go again? Can I go again? And that's what we worked on. I worked on mental. Everything was mental.
How do you work on mental with it's tough. Like,
it's hard,
can't
but
just
you
set
have
up some cones for some
depending on
mental.
Would you say that you would build their mentality dependent on what they can handle?
Yeah, I would try and push it. I'd push it in ways, for example. So my mentor that I've got back home, He coached. It's called Just Ball Performance. Okay, I'll send you the Instagrams after. So he coaches like Calvin Bassey, Ganacho, like Eddie Nketiah, Ebere Eze. He's the mentor of all of these guys.
They're not bad. Yep.
Yeah, not bad players, isn't it? So when he used to sit down with me, I only met Kez when I was 25. I wish I met him when I was 21 or 22. If I met Kez earlier, he would say my career. But he sit down with me and he used to say, no one trains the mind. No one trains the mind. No one trains failure. No one trains. So he, for example, as a centre back, he'll do reps of failure, like reps of things that last ditch tackle off the line, and everything had a consequence. You didn't do this. You had to go run. It was like everything was based upon you're not going to be able to do this, but you have to prove me that you can. And it was like building this repetition of understanding that you can. You're going to fail, but you have to do it again. Believe. And that was kind of what I did with Bex. It was like Bex was like my not guinea pig, but it was like my first actual. He was capable. He ticked all the boxes. Technically, he is the Melbourne City prototype. So Melbourne City have if that academy could describe a player, left foot, right foot, tall, fast, techie, silky. He's
That's true, actually.
the prototype of what Melbourne City want, right? And the kid was playing for Malvern. And I was like, what? How? We spoke obviously in detail, and then it was like, let's get you into City because you are a City player. He got into City in the first year. He actually didn't play. People don't even know. When he first signed to City last year, he got rejected by the Socceroos on a trial. He was playing for the under 18s, wasn't getting a sniff for the 23s. Now all of a sudden, he skipped 23s from one preseason. He starts every single week for the senior men's, top goal scorer for the senior men's. He scored clutch penalties. I went to watch him this year against Kingston. He bagged a hat-trick. And the best moment of the whole game is he ran from his own half through 4 players, went one-on-one a keeper and skied it at 2-2. Yeah? A minute later, he dribbled, got the ball, someone cut it back, he finished, took off his shirt, celebrated. A minute after that, they played out, went track to the goalkeeper, he went and pressed everyone, centre-back was dribbling, tackled the centre-back, got a penalty. Scored. So that's when I said he's become a monster. That was it for me. So this was about 2.5 months ago. That was that moment where I said, okay, the hard work's paid off. He's actually realised. Then obviously, I find out he's got his pro and his offer. So that mentality change is probably what
about
happened.
This is a very unique situation with him, and I don't want to spend too much time on him because again, he's a kid. He's a kid, and he's obviously an incredible player.
Phenomenal attributes, man. Phenomenal.
Do you have any role in helping him navigate the amount of followers and social media and eyes he has on him, and probably hate?
Yeah, so we have big conversations on this. His biggest issue was social media. He still struggles with it now. Yeah. Because
the comments?
Yeah. At 15.
Let's give context. He's got 16 and how many followers?
He had 100k followers and now he's probably about 97. It's decreased because he stopped posting. Yep. He actually stopped posting on Instagram and stopped doing anything on Instagram because every time he posts, he would just get haters. Kids would honestly just comment to say, who do you think you are? Kill yourself. All these mad comments. Kids are the most brutal haters, right?
Ruthless.
Ruthless. You're not even that good. He's just overhyped, overrated. And it would affect him. It would affect him. And we would have conversations about it. Because I said, you're a brand, but he wasn't ready for it yet. He just had, it was imagine, I couldn't even imagine it now. Imagine being 15 again and just having 100,000 people.
Well, yeah.
It's just insane.
I always think of Xavi Simons.
Yeah.
From the age of 4, I was watching him play for Barcelona. I'm like, this kid, they keep speaking like he's going to be a superstar. And he actually did it.
Yeah.
It's quite normal for these kids to have publicity at such a young age.
But everyone's trying to do it now. That's what scares me. I get parents, they run in an account for a 6-year-old kid. What are we doing here?
You're not a fan of that?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. The reason I'm not a fan of it, I heard, okay, you want to give him a platform to be able to showcase himself one day, but he may not want that platform, and he may just want to play his football and see where he goes.
Yeah, if he's fucking 6.
Yeah.
He may not know.
I'm not making content as your vehicle to become a pro is not.
It's insane.
It's not the recipe, bro.
I think that if it's done incorrectly, which I'm sure it's being done incorrectly in a lot of circumstances, the kid gets burnt out. He actually hates anything to do social media-wise. if his parents are saying like, all right, let's do one more drill because we got to get it proper for this video.
Yeah.
Bro, I've seen it. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes. And I look at the kid and I have chats with some of these kids because I coach a lot of kids. I coach a load of kids in Victoria. And some of them are big on social media and they be like, they tell me to my face, they be like, mum, dad always tell me to do it. Like, and they don't even care. They even have access. They don't even know. They just want to watch TV.
That's
kid
weird.
just wants to watch cartoons.
Stop selling your kids
Stop
online.
doing that, man.
He doesn't want to do it, or she doesn't like. You know what I mean? And it's weird because you wouldn't do it to your. It's weird. I don't know, man. It's mad. I don't know.
You know what it's like? It's almost like, you know, there was a bunch of documentaries on like pageant mums, how they would like force their little girls to like dress up, make up.
queens.
They're the beauty queen shit.
they're like
that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like that is a very odd phenomena going on at the moment. I see it all the time. And a lot of it's just how like they're forcing their kids to just do these drills super quick. Like everything's like quick feet, fucking turn, go off the fence, off the fucking, bounce it off that, control it with your
Project Mbappe.
Yeah.
like a lot of it is very odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting world. I don't think I could ever.
Can I just ask you the biggest difference that you see between the 15-year-old Australian product versus the 15-year-old academy product in like a Premier League academy?
Okay, two environments different. So the Australian culture and lifestyle for a kid isn't as harsh as it is probably for a London kid, for example, big London club. You want to play for Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, West Ham. You're coming from probably a broken cancer estate or from an area of a lot of pressure, right? And not everyone's from a broken home and not people from wealthy areas, but there's a lot of pressure on that. So the environment's different. And the maturity level of probably a 15-year-old here to a 15-year-old in England is probably a lot different. Like, for example, in England, you probably got to get to training by yourself. You got to do all the traveling by yourself. Here, a lot of kids get driven, cars.
Because it's an upper class sport.
It's upper class sport, yeah, here. Whereas in, like, you got kids that probably all getting on the train together to go to training and doing their homework on the train. Yeah. So the hunger's a bit different. Footballing-wise, I would say that there's some similarities, like some kids are not as technical. I think Australian kids do have a lot of technicality, but physically and mentally, English players run over these players. Like, you go to an international tournament and they'll get absolutely bullied. Because, for example, the academy structure in the UK is very toxic. For example, you play for Tottenham, okay? You're in the changing room. Only the strong survive. In that change room, like the kids are doggy dog because like you're trying to take my one scholar, you're trying to take my spot in professional. Like, we're not friends. This is a business transaction, and we're going to be enemies until I become a professional footballer. That environment obviously makes the standard rise and it's very toxic, it's very competitive. Whereas, and I think more here is kind of like, well, we'll leave City and just go sign to Victory because I'm not playing.
It's very Australian, though.
Do you know what I mean?
Like we're all about like a fair go.
Yeah,
we're all about like
have a good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I relate to like that is exactly what it is like over there.
Yeah, like it
is doggy
dog,
man.
Whereas in here, like you don't play, and all of a sudden a kid will just get upset, throw his toys out the pram, and go play for West Ham.
Well, even like you think of like say Manchester City under 10s, they're cutting players.
Yeah.
Like
every year you got to earn your thing again. Like and then if you get a 2 year, you're a baller. Yeah, like they give you 2 years from 12 to 14. Like he must be cold. Like if you get 2 years,
like we Chelsea have one of, if not the best academy in Europe, I would say.
Yeah.
But how many guns get talked about from that academy that never played higher than the championship or never even played higher than like League 1 or 2? We were speaking about Josh McEachran the other day.
Yeah, dude. I was just about to say
Josh
him.
McEachran was the craziest player they've ever seen.
Yeah.
And not to say he had a bad career, he's still a professional footballer. But I think he's at Swindon now or something. Mm-hmm. Whereas the other ones have gone and won Champions League.
Where it was literally Essien, McEachran and Lampard in the midfield.
Well, yeah.
At one point.
You know, and I'll give you some context on that, right? So Chelsea's academy is probably the best academy in the world I've ever seen. Man City's rivaling it now with the players that they've done. Like half a City squad is playing in the Prem, right? And Chelsea had that first. It's mad. I met Josh McEachran. I went on trial at MK Dons, and he was on trial at MK Dons. And this was a couple of years back, probably about 3 years ago now.
So he would have been what? Late 20s?
He was signed.
On trial?
He was signed. I came on trial. And I remember, we was chatting in the change room because he was asking me about my story because it was like I was doing all right at the time, and he was like, we're just chatting, right? And I remember him being Josh McEachran. Like, yo, this guy. And I remember I didn't say it to him all the time. I remember looking at him thinking, like, you're at MK Dons. That must be mad for you mentally. Like, because it's mad for me to see you, but do you know what I mean? Like,
It's mad for him to be there.
What's he gone through?
What's he gone through to be there? But then there's another player. I don't know if you know who Charlie Colkett is.
Of course.
So Charlie Colkett, like me and Chaz, I got a good
He was
relationship with
another
Charlie.
one that it was meant to be.
No, but it's ridiculous that this guy is not playing like top level.
Where's he
There's
now?
certain players, he's at Gateshead.
Yep.
There's certain players, this is what I'm saying. No, but he's so good. Even now, there's certain players, that can only play in the Prem. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They're only conditioned to play that high level football. Like they can't play.
What's League One? They can't string the ball together.
Nah, because League One's this.
Yep.
Back to front, second balls, getting moving, all that. When it's tactical in the Prem, it's all nice, passing between the lines, play. So Charlie, but you see Charlie, I promise you, I've seen him do things with football. I'm like, oh my God. I see him control the ball, rainbow flick over the guy's head, and carry on the keep ball. Like, he does things that you're just like,
I remember. Me and my
how
friend
do you
used
do
to
that?
say, oh, he's our next guy. Like, Charlie Colkett's our next guy. And it just sort of, as it does with thousands of others,
It happens, man.
it
Ravel
just
Morrison.
happens. Like,
There's
it's
a-
Ravel.
But England's problem is remember, so this is the thing, right? That's why our tiers are so high. You get players like myself, or you get a Joe Guest or Alex Salmon who come from a lower level in England and kill it in an NPL. Like Joe Guest is probably the best player in the league this year. And he's an average English player compared to like what the standard is, because we are average English players. But we kill it here. The reason that is that if you think about it, you get the best players in the entire world coming to our top league. The best. We're talking Rodri's. The best players in the world come to the Prem. So naturally, them academy systems, if you're not good enough, you have to filter down. Like Chelsea, so everyone just keeps dropping. And all of a sudden, like I've got friends who played in the Prem, who made Prem debuts. They play in like, the 7th, 8th tier of English football now, but they've played in the Prem. So
that's fucked.
Exactly. So they're playing in the Prem. They've played in the Prem. They think they're going to make it.
Can you give us some examples? I know you're like, not to just...
Okay, for example, Michael Falevi, Carl Stewart, they both play for Watford.
Yep.
They're both playing, I think Carl's playing for Woodford or something like that town now.
Like an Isthmian or something.
Yeah. Even Isthmian North or East South, like low. Michael Falevi is the same, but he'll be a gun. Don't get twisted. They'll be getting paid really well wherever they're playing, and they'll be top dog.
Yeah.
But that's not a thing. That's not where they should be. Okay. Yeah. Obviously, we mentioned Charlie Colkett. Okay, already. I had Kalen Hines, who got bought from Arsenal to Wolfsburg for $1 million. He played in the Bundesliga. The guy now, he works in the equivalent of like a Woolies, and he plays like part-time football. Man, he's one of the best footballers I've ever seen. Like, and this is a common thing though.
Yeah.
Because like, the problem with English players before, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to go away, is that we just know Prem. And when you can't make it to the Prem, you just filter away in non-league.
Wayside type thing, yeah.
Whereas then you get these other guys, like the other guys who don't even get near the Prem or them academies that just want to play football. They go to places like Australia and have an amazing career, amazing life. Or they go Asia, and it's like us kids who are too spoiled because we've had all this creme de la creme lifestyle, and I thought I was going to make it. I never thought I'd ever be playing at this level. Like, I went through a mid-20s crisis.
Do you think that is crazy to say, but I fully understand it? But do you think, going back, that's a really important point that you just made. Do you think a lot of the kids in England are just like, Prem, that's all I care about?
Yeah, Champions League.
And they don't understand that, like, you can go make a killing in so many countries.
Indonesia, Sweden. No, we don't even think about it.
Who killed it? Was it Chuba Akpom that
went to
left?
Pauk.
Yeah, and just smashed it up.
And then came back to England.
Yeah.
Killed it. And then he's left again. He realised, but Chuba's...
Where's he plays? Yeah,
he's gone to not
Who's
Rennes,
that, Ajax?
Lille. Yeah, he's gone to Lille.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was at even
Yeah,
Marcus.
Ajax.
Is it Marcus Edwards?
Marcus Edwards,
He was
another
another one
one.
that left.
Sporting, got the move to... It wasn't even Sporting. He went to Victoria something in Portugal.
Yeah.
Then got the move to Sporting. Now he's back at Burnley. Like, bro, the maddest thing is, you've just named two people around my like similar age. So Tuba's a year above me, Marcus is a year below me. So like, these are the players like when we're all playing as like you play or you hear about your Tuba Akpom to our generation.
Was he the guy?
Was like Terry Henry.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
He was, yeah.
we used to get on trains to go watch Arsenal play, like FA Youth Cup. and Chuba will score 5. Like, it was mad. Like, he was the GOAT. Do you understand? So, like, when you see there's, like, levels and you see these players and they've had good careers. Remember, I always say this to people, like, the levels of professional football at that high level is different. Like, for example, like, off seasons, if I train with Bassi, for example, Calvin,
what a machine.
Exactly. But I used to watch him when we're training together, I'm watching him do the drill, and he's crisp. Boom, boom, boom. Then you go watch Ajax bloggers fan saying he's technically not good enough for Ajax. And I'm like, he's technically not good enough. I'm like, then I shouldn't play football anymore. Because this guy's technique is mad. Like, he's a physical specimen. Like, Alex Iwobi's another one. Like, Alex is a baller. Like, you can't, like, this is the thing, you can't talk to these. When you see them and you train or you play football with them, you see the levels of these players. And then you say to yourself, like,
Bassi had a brilliant season as well.
Mate, last year, unbelievable.
In general. Yeah.
But this is the problem with, like, it's too... I think there's obviously football's an opinion game, based game, and everyone has their opinion and entitled to it. But it's so saturated in England that anywhere an English player goes, he'll always be very good.
Oh, that's just... Yeah, that's just a given.
Yeah.
Like,
whereas that's created because anyone is able to make it. You hear about Mikel Antonio. You hear their stories. It's mad. Like,
he's got a crazy story.
But you wouldn't hear an NPL story like that anymore, or you weren't hearing a junior story like that anymore.
Well, I reckon probably NSL days.
NSL, 100%.
I would say a lot of people felt like to make it, they had to leave.
Well, yeah.
Or even potentially early A-League period. Like, if you weren't in any academies or any of the state teams or any of the institutions that were around at the time, everyone who wasn't in those products didn't essentially have a path in the game to go to a professional level.
Right.
Like, they would be playing, for instance, Jake McLaren, right? Great example. Didn't get picked for the AIS. Jackson Irvine didn't get picked for the AIS. Jackson went to Celtic. Jamie went to Blackburn.
Mad.
And that was because there was no vehicle at the time.
Taofiq, just while we're on this topic, I think it's the perfect segue. So before I get into these sort of criteria of the differences between the quality, give a quick backstory on your playing career. So as a youth up until now, give like a quick chronological timeline.
So I probably started playing football. I started properly playing football at 8, 9 years old.
Yep.
So I started around 8, 9. When I first started playing football, I actually didn't. I wanted to be a footballer, but I said it. I didn't really want to make it. My boys played football. It was only till I got until 14. 14 was the age where I was like, I want to be a footballer. That was the age where it was like things became serious, and I was like, I want to get signed to an academy, because obviously I realized there was academy system and stuff. So I went on my first trial. My first trial was ever at Brentford. I went on trial at Brentford, and that was the first time I was in a professional environment rather than
what part of London are you from?
I'm from East London.
Are you from East? Okay.
Yeah. So Brentford was far. Brentford was on the west side, other side of London. So it was my first ever trial.
That's good London knowledge, bro.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I've been to London too.
Yeah, that's very
Like,
good.
that was a
Yeah,
local.
sharp.
I've been to London too many I spent too much time in London.
I would have had no idea.
Yeah.
I'm from the UK and I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, so then I went Brentford on trial. It didn't work. It didn't go well. And then my real big breakthrough was a thing called London Youth Games. So London Youth Games is like 32 boroughs in London. You go trial for your borough. You then play in this competition.
That's cool as fuck.
And then in that competition,
what was your borough?
I was in Camden.
You're in
So I
Camden,
went to school in Camden, but I was in Hackney. I'm from Hackney.
Yep.
But I went to school in Camden.
Yep.
So I had to play for the borough I had school in. I was pissed though, because Hackney had ballers. Like, who would have made it from my age? Yeah, you wouldn't know, but everyone at the time either played for like Tottenham or big clubs. And I was pissed because Camden had no footballers. But obviously it was weird because we ended up going to the final and losing to, is the side story, but losing to Lewisham. Lewisham at that time had like Joe Gomez. They all like, they made it. Like, they was crazy at that time as kids. But because of that tournament, I ended up getting scouted. I got scouted by QPR, Brentford, again, Millwall, Leyton Orient, and Dagenham and Redbridge was the 5 clubs. So obviously I felt like the man now. All of a sudden I've got all these clubs asking me to come on trial. And then the first club I chose was Dagenham and Redbridge because I'm from Hackney, East London. Dagenham is the closest, and Leyton Orient. So it was the 2 clubs I wanted to go to. So I went to Dagenham, and their first game was against Arsenal, and we lost like 5-0. Played against Arsenal, got slapped up, but it was like a good experience for me because it was like, I just played against the
That's
club.
the level. Yeah.
I just played against club I
Wait,
support.
so where's Dagenham and Redbridge? Like,
At the time in League
at
Two.
the time. Oh, so League Two.
League Two, and Arsenal obviously a Premier League club, right? So then I was like, all right, cool. Millwall was at League One club at the time, and Millwall asked me to come in. So I went to Millwall, but Millwall's in the southeast, but I'm in East London. I was at Millwall for probably about 3 months, playing, starting every game, but they didn't sign me. I was just playing. And it just got to the point where I was like, I can't do this no more. The traveling was crazy. Yeah. It was a lot of time, and Dagenham were kind of like, yo, what do you want to do? Like, I understand it's a better academy because there was a Cat 2 academy, like, but we want you here. I said, all right, cool. So then I went to Leyton Orient because obviously I'm still trying to flick through the club. Yeah. So I've gone to Leyton Orient.
Different levels as well.
Yeah, so I've gone to Leyton Orient now, which is a Cat 3 club but higher than Dagenham. Dagenham was like low facilities kind of. Leyton Orient was like a big League One club, had money. And I was at Orient, and they was and ahhing again. So there was kind of like, you're raw, you're big, you're strong. Is this what I mean? I knockbacks. It was always a knockback thing. It wasn't like they saw me like, you're the man. It was like,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You need, because I didn't start the technical stuff. I was more raw as a kid. So then, anyway, late in Orient, I was there for about 6 weeks. I ended up signing at Dagenham. Dagenham gave me a 2-year deal straight off the bat. It was like, all right, I'm the man here. Playing at Dagenham now, 15? Always playing up. Yeah, 14, playing 15s. When I was 15, playing 16s, sometimes training with the under 18s. It wasn't much. It was League Two, all right. I was playing really well though. But at that time, I still was more, I had a lot of like street influence. Like there were a lot of my friends were bad influences, put it that way. And it distracted my football a lot. Like to the point, I used to miss school 1 day a week for football. So we have day release. So day release is where you go to football for school. And I used to not go day release to chill with the man them in school and stuff like that. And the club, yeah, and the club, like I was bad. Like as a kid, the way I am now, I'm completely different. Like I was, I was a troublemaker. But now, like looking back, I'm like, I wasted a lot of potential in me. A lot of the clubs probably knocked me back because of how like hood I was. Like
really?
Like, yeah, like I was proper. Like
in your appearance, or just sort of your, I guess,
everything.
like punctuality or whatever.
Everything. Always late. Always loud. Always playing music. Always like. I used to come to games on a Sunday and bring the whole ends. I'll come to a game. I'll never forget. I came to a game. My brother used to drive nice cars. I'll come to my brother, like 6 of us, 7 of them got scrammed in this car, playing music. I would say, turn it up as we're getting to like the building.
We got to pull up with this blaring.
Like, everyone needs to know I'm arriving. Like the stupidest thing. Yeah, like I love that image of like being the bad boy, and that was just the dumbest thing I did as a kid, like stuff like that. And I got released at 16 from Dagenham, and I was like, how the hell did I get released from this club?
Was it because of...
Yeah, it was nothing to do with football. It was, it was 100% to do with everything other than football. And I remember being like, yo, this is mad. I was proper like angry. I was upset, and I was like, okay, where am I going from here? Fast forward a couple of months, and the Nike Academy was a thing at the time. So the Nike Academy was this big thing that they used to scout from players from all around the world and do this thing, St. George's Park, play against academies. And then I went on the trial. I won the London trial, represented London. That's my big break. I went through the Nike Academy system. So then,
see, I used to think this was a bit of like a hoax or whatever. And then Tom Rodgick.
Yeah, so Tom Rodgick was...
We know it because Tom
Rodgick. I had, there was a boy called Emilio Martinez, he was an Australian boy who didn't make it high in the end, but he came back and played for Brisbane Roar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, Emilio, any Australian boy that played back in England, Brandon Wilson came here and played again. Obviously, Aidan Nanil came here and played again. Dan Nizic came here as a goalkeeper, played again. So, like, any of my old teammates, this comes back to why I came to Australia, because I saw all my old teammates come to the A-League.
Yeah.
So, in my head, the A-League's easy. Do you understand?
Yeah, this is what you said to us, which I'm sure you're going to go into, but I just want to quote what you said when we met at Emerging Socceroos. It was like, I thought that I would just come to NPL, go straight into NPL, and just go straight to A-League.
Yeah, that was normal. That was just like, yo, normal. That's gonna happen. Like that's
what I do as an English footballer.
Yeah, that's light work in my head. Like it's not even. Like, I'm even gonna
NPL 2 team.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Hey, so obviously in my head, this was what I was thinking. So then, anyway, long story short, go through that. Nike Academy for like a year, traveled the world, played against Barcelona at Wembley, played against Roma in Rome, played against PSG in Paris at the training ground, played against Portland Timbers in America. Like, we just traveled and played against all the best clubs. That's how I got scouted for Burnley. So at the time I got scouted for Burnley, I was having a good run at the academy. Kind of got used to the full-time environment. We trained every single day at England's training ground, had really good coaches like Eddie Rubio, like these massive coaches. Now some of them coaching the Prem. And like, I was just developing at a crazy rate. And then essentially, I then had a game against Burnley, played really well. At that time, I was meant to go on trial at Wolves under 23s. And then I went on trial at Burnley. So Burnley invited me in. So I played Burnley on a Monday. This is how quick my life changed. Played Burnley on a Monday. Went to train with them on Wednesday, played against Liverpool on the Friday, beat Liverpool 2-1, got the weekend off, went back to the academy for the weekend, went back to Burnley on the Monday, trained again, played Fleetwood Town on the Wednesday, won again, recovery, kept me in on the Saturday, was like, all right, we're going to make a decision after the next game. Within 2 weeks, I played an American team. The best, even if I could give that American team a handshake and hug every single player, I would. We slapped them 10-1 on my deciding game.
No. You're about to say they were good. I was
imagine like on your deciding game to get a pro contract, like you play this American team,
right? You
slap them 10-1.
Yeah,
I was like, I have to get signed. I've just played 3 games and won 3. So then anyway, Burnley then offered me my first deal. I went into the meeting after that game. They offered me a professional contract, and that's when my life was like, my life changed.
Amazing.
In the short term of it all. Like, there's many experiences after that, in between all of that. So then I went to Burnley, and then that in itself was a mad culture shock for me. So I'm a kind of still ghetto boy, like London boy.
Burnley's near. My mum's from Accrington.
Yeah, like exactly.
So,
Burnley isn't
Burnley's
Accrington.
not
It's up north. So from my house,
Very different to London.
It's
very
grey and
it's probably
old, man.
like I don't even, what's the Australian like? It's like, I don't know, growing up in the CBD
honestly,
and going to like Shepperton,
Yeah,
or even further out. Like it's just like
legit.
It's a white ass town.
So I was like, the biggest
Burnley.
thing, Burnley. The biggest thing in there was the Tesco. Like Tesco was like,
That's the town centre.
it was lit.
Isn't that like a Woolworths?
Yeah, like a Woolworths. Yeah. So,
It's the attraction of Burnley.
and the stadium. One town
Tesco.
team. Everyone's like, if the game was on, the whole town is there.
Yeah.
It was one of those 19,000, 20,000 seat stadium. So like, it was a big club in that city.
Huge club.
So then,
Do you know the name of their ground?
Turf Moor.
that's football knowledge. That
Yeah,
mate.
man.
So then, for me, that was an eye opener. And I, to be honest, looking back now, I didn't maximize my time there at all. I think I did well but I got very comfortable very quickly. So when I first went in there, I was on a high. I trained really hard. I was working hard, and you know how it goes, man. You're a young footballer. You get money. You get the attention from females, and it goes left because you start getting comfortable. And I remember the game now, like clear day. The game I knew, my journey went like this. We played Aston Villa away. We lost 3-0. Played against striker Keenan Davis.
Yep.
He plays for Udinese now, I think. And he tore me a new one. Mate, it was a bad day. And I remember inviting some people to come watch me that was going uni in Birmingham at the time. So all the boys came. Bro, have you ever played in a game, yeah? And someone's doing something, he's tearing you up. And he's like, and everyone's like, and in your head, yeah, I'm not even focused on the game no more. I'm just focused, I'm going to get cooked after this. Like, and obviously my manager's looking at me like, what the hell? Like, I'm playing even worse than I would ever play because it's in front of everyone that I like care about, essentially, innit?
No.
It's embarrassing. And I remember just going off, and I remember going, are you coming back with us? I was like, no, I need to go back to the, I was devastated. And I didn't know. And when I signed for Burnley, I signed probably like February of that year at that time. So I didn't know there was players on loan. So in my position, in centre-back wise, had all these boys on loan playing in the Football League that I didn't know about. I just thought my competition was the guys that I saw training.
And they're probably starting week in, week out.
For wherever they're on loan. So they've come back to the club pre-season now. So pre-season, I've got like 7 centre-backs ahead of me. You got Ben Mee in the first team, Tarkowski. I'm not even nowhere near them, but like this is the first team centre back, Kevin Long. Then you had like the young centre back out of them three was Tom Anderson. Then it was like Alex Whitmore. Then Jimmy Dunn, who plays for QPR now, was my centre back partner, but we bought him from Man United. So he got released from Man United, same age group as Rashford.
So this is the era that. So what year is this? 15, 16 or something?
Yeah, 16. I was 2016, 2017.
So yeah, with Tarkowski,
me, Andre Gray was up front, Stephen Defoe. Yeah, ball knowledge is mad.
No, it's not that great.
Joey
But I'm just thinking. Yeah. Oh, that's dickhead.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Joey Barton.
It's Joey Barton.
Yeah, like Joey Barton played with us for about 9 months. He was on the betting ban. So you remember when he got done for betting?
Yeah.
He played for the 23s.
Did he have a good stint at Burnley?
Yeah, he was the man.
He did all right.
Ran the club. What do you mean? Did
he just come from Marseille?
I think so. Straight to Burnley. He ran that. What do you mean, King Jerry, bro? That's Jerry Barton was the king.
Fucking.
Like there was a lot of like you learned a lot. Like I enjoyed my time there. Like as a young London boy, like the first team players were nice. Like Michael Keane, you seen the career he's had. Tarky's seen the career he's had. Like you as a young player looking up to them, it was sick. And obviously we had Dwight McNeil was in my team.
Yeah.
So Dwight was a young boy, and like I say, that any change room I'm in, I'm the guy. So that was like my young boy. So we had a good relationship. Even now, if obviously I see him about, I'll say hello and all of that. But that was my stint into professional football properly. Yeah. So fast forward, get released from Burnley after 2 years, and then I come back to London, and it was a culture shock, mate. So this is my naivety of football as well. I'm at Burnley in the change room, knowing my last 6 months of my contract's going to be done, saying to the boys, I'm just going to have to go get a champ. Going to have to start again in the champ.
You think you're going straight to the champ?
Yeah. I ain't learned my lesson. So obviously, but the worst thing is, we all thought that. We all do Lulu. We all deluded.
I get it. You're at Burnley, and
you're thinking you can go Rotherham. I can get a Rotherham.
Of course.
Rotherham. I can play for Rotherham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm just laughing because I know the outcome, but like it's.
Well, how steep was the fall?
What? Listen, I remember. I went to my agent. So what's the plan? He's like, we Millwall want ya. The manager. So luckily, one of the managers that coached me as a kid was a 23s manager, and he said he wants to have a look at me, see how obviously my CV how it developed. It's like Millwall want to have a look at you going to Millwall. Imagine I went to Millwall the first day. I'm playing in a keep ball game, and obviously because I'm a centre back, they put me in the centre back position. I didn't know the actual centre back that it had fits my profile. They played him in the other team as a magic man. Yeah, this guy was techie. I thought, he was moving crazy step overs. And I thought, obviously, I'm befriending him, innit? He became my boy after, but the befriend was like, you're the main striker. Striker? I'm a centre back. You're the centre back. I said, I'm done. I called my agent. I said, they got a good centre back here. I said, I don't know if this is going to work. Anyway, I remember played Charlton at the Valley and got smashed by Charlton, but that Charlton team was sick. They had Ezu Konsa.
Is this first team?
23s at the time, so 23s
okay,
game. Cause I've gone to 23s, right?
Yeah.
Ezu Konsa was in that team, like Carlon Grant. They had like players that all got moved. Anthony Dyke still plays for Middlesbrough for like 5 years. They had like a really good team. And
Dyke still, did you say?
Yeah. So Anthony. Yeah. So I was at the Nike Academy with him. We shared a room together. So
So this is tough because all the players that are your mates, basically.
Yeah, no. All my boys made it. Like no. Like I'm depressed. Like, don't get twisted.
Made it.
No.
Because I've seen in your Instagram, even recently, Jacob Mendy. And,
Mendy, like all my boys, like play. Like my boy came for Wrexham the other day, and I'm at the hotel with him, like chilling in the room with the boys, like with the man them for the team, and we're all just chatting jokes, and I'm just sitting there saying, I'll go work in the morning, bruv. They were talking about, we was in Las Vegas last year for our promotion. We just got given these Ray-Bans to record, and like they're like, our promotion bonus, and they're like telling me stuff, and then like even when I'm at home with my boys, it's why I moved to Australia, because I was having a mid-20s crisis. I was 25, like I can't make it no more, because long story, the closest I got again was the National League. So what I realized was this: everyone talks about making it back up the ladders, but that only works for attackers.
Really?
Like, you got to score goals, right? Goals is a currency that everyone loves. It changes the game. You don't see a centre back and go, he's a good centre back, I need him. You don't.
It's really the only thing that like, even for championship clubs who maybe don't have the budget to bring in international players, they're looking at League One and League Two thinking, who the fuck is bagging the most goals?
Yep.
That's who we need. But as a centre-back, you're not going to be like, who's got the most completed tackles?
Yeah, or who's got the most clean sheets.
Yeah.
You don't even look at it.
Yeah, you don't.
So this is the thing. So like I'm starting to like realize like everyone's playing, and so when I left Burnley and I didn't get in that Mill, I went to Ireland. I was going to sign for a team in Ireland. I went to Galway.
Yep.
So I went to Galway in Ireland, and they put me in a hostel on my first day. And I told my agent I'm not signing it either.
Yeah.
Like, get me on the plane back. Like, it was mad. Like, Ireland was scary to me as well. Like, I don't know. I just thought I wasn't gonna. It was mad. So anyway, I went back to London, and then time's ticking. So then he sent me to Aldershot.
Yep.
And I had an amazing trial at Aldershot. You know, sometimes things go your way, and I was loving my life at Aldershot. And I've never said this on camera, but the day before one of my biggest games, I went to Wireless. See, I make dumb decisions.
That's all right. Who was headlining, though?
For the weekend. I didn't even like him at the time. I was so angry. Yeah, so the weekend had.
You're a rebel, huh?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I mentor kids to like don't make the same mistakes. I always say like I regret a lot. Like I'm open with I'm okay though. I love my life now. Like I have a good life, but when it comes to my career, I made a lot of mistakes. Like so, I went to Wireless, and then I had a game the next day and dropped an absolute stinker. So we played Brentford it was first team now, so playing Brentford. They had like Nico Yunaris at the time, Romain Sawyers, and they played their 23s first half. Aldershot played their main team.
Yeah.
And then they switched it half. So then they played their senior team second half, which is not usually a thing. You normally play your strong team first and then 23 second half. They did the opposite. So we went strong versus their weak, and we was 1-0 up half time. So then I'm with all the trialists now against their team. Oh my God. So obviously, yeah, I knew the other centre-back on trial. There's another centre-back on trial. And from centre, I don't like centre. So I used to get anxiety when they pass the ball back in England. So when you pass the ball back, you launch it as a centre back. And they run at you bare fast. I used to not like it because the striker would just put all this pressure on you. Your first touch has got to be nice. I just didn't like it. It just felt uncomfortable. That pass to the fullback. Like if you lose, it's okay. Listen to what this guy did.
He's quicker than me.
This guy got the ball. They passed it to the left centre back. He took a bad touch. Oh, no. So then he took another touch and then passed it to me. And I've just got the ball now. But obviously in my head, the ball's supposed to go over there. Yeah. This is, we're 1-0 up, remember? My natural instincts went in, dribble. So I've tried to dribble one. But remember, they've all come to press.
They're pressing it.
I dribbled two. The third one was too close. He nicked the ball, pass, goal after 10 seconds. We lose 5-1. Yeah. We lose 5-1, yeah. And I remember...
Are they champ at the time?
Yeah. And I remember the manager coming to me, the Aldershot manager coming to me and saying to me, like, I tore up training, by the way, because I'm still Burnley me. So I'm still high level, fit, strong, fast, technical, high tempo. So I've gone to a lower level. So I'm still above them. But he's gone to me, because they was going to offer me a deal. He's gone to me. What was that? He looked at me like, you know, he pulled me. He said, you think I can give you anything now? The chairman's looking at me saying, you sure you know what you're talking about? You must be off your rocker if we're going to sign him. You know, English people. So obviously,
brutal. They're brutally
bro.
honest, man. He's
got no chance in the game. Him, like, they're proper, like, the manager's gone, I can't. So obviously, my agent's saying to me, you didn't get in that Mill, you didn't get in that Galway, now Aldershot. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, fair.
He said that to you?
Fair.
Yeah, you know, what do you want me to do? My agent at the time, he's got Ollie Watkins now, Ethan Pinnock. Like, he's a big agent. Paolo Vanessa.
Is Watkins coming to United? Or
boy. Anyway, but he... I wouldn't know, but in my head, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I would make sense.
For United, more
For
so.
United and for him too.
Yeah, I mean...
Because they done him dirty last year. With Urian, remember when Duran?
Yeah, John Duran. Yeah.
When John Duran, they benched him. Then when he didn't sign the contract, he left.
Yep.
So then they signed Rashford and put Rashford on the head of him. So if I'm him, I'm pushing it. But he probably can't get out of that contract. It's not going to happen probably.
So what happens after Aldershot doesn't go well? Then your agent goes, fuck, you want me to do?
Yep.
Then what do you do?
So did you go from Aldershot to NPL 2?
No.
There's
There's a few more clubs.
layers.
Yeah. So then I went. I ended up fast forwarding. I went to Colchester.
Yep.
So Colchester had the 23s.
But they've got a bit of history.
They're
no?
League Two. League Two. It was a good club still.
Where's
so-
Colchester? Is that
Essex.
Essex.
Yeah, Essex. So it's a big Essex club, probably one of the biggest Essex clubs. And I went to Colchester. So then Colchester liked me. And it was like, well, the chairman owned 2 clubs. He owned Colchester and a little club called like Morden and Tiptree. And he said, go play for Morden, train with the 23s, play 23s and play at Morden. They were trying to get this club promoted through the leagues, kind of do what Wrexham did before they did. And I didn't like that. Because I was like, I want to play for the 23s. I don't want to play for Morden. Like,
Fair enough, right?
But that was the deal. You sign and you're a Morden player playing for our team, Colchester 23s, and playing. And if you do well, we push you up to the first team. But you need to help Morden. Yep. So Saturday's your priority. And I didn't like that. But at the time, I didn't have a choice. So originally, I went for a couple of times, didn't like it, turned it down. Then I tried to go back.
Is your only source of income football at this moment?
Yeah, because I'm a footballer, right?
That's it.
So,
Okay.
but luckily in England, if you don't sign a professional contract until August 31st, after being released, because you get paid throughout the year, right?
Got
you
you.
still get paid until August.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got you.
So my last payment would have been in December. So some people actually don't want to sign until like the end.
They get on their money.
Because you get paid in July and all of that.
Got ya.
So anyway, fast forward, went to Morden, hated it. And I'm one of them guys, I'm either all in or all out, just left. And then I went to Wealdstone, and that's when I got my name back up. So Wealdstone's in the National League now.
The
It's the
Wealdstone
Wealdstone
Raider.
Raider.
Yeah.
You
You
want
want some?
some?
You want some?
So
Yeah.
we just spoke about him on a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
He used to come to all our games. He's probably still going.
Is that legit? Is he legit?
Yeah, he's
It's not an
autistic.
act?
No, he's autistic. Yeah,
He's
100%.
legit, yeah.
Yeah, he's autistic. Yeah.
Whoa. How's it going there?
No, yeah, he is. But yeah,
Great guy.
he's on. Yeah, great guy though. He's lovely. But yeah, Wealdstone made me fall in love with football again. Because at that time, I started to. So I playing for Wealdstone. Put it this way, I was playing for Wealdstone, and Dwight McNeil was making his Prem debut. I remember it like clear day. 6 months later, got released from the club, and you got players playing in the Prem that you played with, and you're playing in like Wealdstone, knowing to have to start again.
Yeah.
And then I just had to work my way up. Then I went from like Wealdstone, and I just played at a good National League level. So I played National League South and National League. That's all I did. So played for clubs like Braintree, Wealdstone. But my thing was, and this is how impulsive I am, as like when I was young, I need to get out of this. I just need to make it. So whoever I was playing really well, I was scoring goals. Someone likes me, better club, I'm off.
Gone. Yeah.
That was me, because the bigger the profile, the better, the easier the move.
You're just like, I'm just going to climb.
Yeah, but that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You have to do the bid.
Yeah.
You have to play the 46 games, because we play 46 games, 50 games, stay a season, someone will come take you. I didn't know that though. I didn't have no education. I just thought I have to do this myself. Obviously my agent starts to drop me out, because obviously he can't help me. I'm too low. Some agents, they're just too good. They can't help you at the bottom.
They don't want to focus on the National League South.
Because they're not going to talk to these managers or anything that's going to benefit them. So they can only help you when you get higher up. So I had to then find agents. Long story short, so I did that for about 3-4 years. So then, but by the time I was 23, 22, I was smashing it now. I was actually doing really well. Obviously, I got released at 21. 22, I've settled. I'm captaining at 22 in the National League South. That's when I met Cameron McGilt. So that's when I met Cam. So Cam plays for Oakley Cannons, number 8, tall left-footed boy. He was at Swindon all the time, and he came on loan to the club I was at. So that's when I met Cam, and that's when I realised Australian boys like actually got tech. Because like Aiden, obviously, he's more of a runner. Like Aiden was like runner, break-up play. I saw Cam McGilt, this guy threading balls in lines, take set pieces. So I'm like, oh, like this was the first time I ever like really looked at Australian players and was like, oh, this guy can ball. And then the funniest thing is, and this is the maddest thing about football and life, is I worked my way up that season to get a trial. I ended up getting seen by Wrexham. Okay, this is how mad my life went. I went to Wrexham, went 2 weeks to Wales. The manager, I remember, never forget the manager. I was on the contract. So the manager said, "We really like you, but you're going to be free in 6 months. You're going to have to pay you now. You're going to be free in 6 months. Come back in July." COVID hit in March. And then COVID messed up the whole football for everybody. Like in London, in England, the football just changed. Like people was tight on money. No one knew what was happening. And then obviously COVID was what it was, and then after COVID, I ended up getting a trial at MK Dons. That's how I met McEachran. But by then, I'm 24, so it's like this isn't a 22-year-old or 23-year-old. It's a 24-year-old. Like, your last club is this in the National League South. Why should we sign you? I ended up signing for a club called Weymouth, which was just one below League Two, which is a National League Prem, and that's where I thought I was going to do it again. And I was smashing it there. I was having a really good time. I was playing. Wrexham was in our league. Notts County was in our league. Who else is in our league that you probably know? Stockport County was in our league. Like, big clubs was in our league at the time. And obviously, we're playing on TV. Names on the back of our shirt. It's full time. And it's like it's a very respected
full
league.
time.
Yeah, National League.
So that's
Even
fifth division.
Yeah,
is
fifth
full-time?
division. I would say in England, 5 leagues are all professional. National League clubs are professional.
Wow.
And then National League North and South, there's some full-time clubs.
Semi-pro almost.
Semi-pro, but they do hybrid. We call it a hybrid format where they train like 3 days a week in the morning. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, game Saturday.
Right.
That's like all morning sessions. So then that's your full-time job. Right. So that was all I've ever done as well. So whenever I've played for a club, I've always gone to one of the best clubs. I've always tried to go to a top club. I don't like go for like, if it was in our terms NPL, I'd always go for an Avondale or an Oakley in that league. It would always be that. I would never want to sign. I would never want to sign for a club just maintaining, essentially. So anyway, then Weymouth happened, and then Weymouth playing really well. Manager gets sacked. New manager comes in, doesn't take you. He didn't like me. He did, but it's more complicated. But I never like to make excuses. But what happened was this: I played 15 games. In my contract, I triggered a new deal. So after 15 starts, I would get a new deal. Because the deal I signed, I didn't like the money-wise, it wasn't great. So after 15 starts from the start of the season, whenever that came, I got a new deal. My agent at that time forgot to write in the contract the figure that I would move to. So he wrote the wording on the contract, he okayed renegotiate. So renegotiate means you offer me £1. That's my trigger of the renegotiation. You see it? I'm telling you, mate, I've suffered in this game. So obviously, I've done my part. And obviously now I'm like mature. I'm understanding. I've given it everything. Like I was living in Bournemouth at the time. I moved to Bournemouth to play for this club. Like I've really sacrificed a lot. And that done me. So then while I'm renegotiating, the manager that liked me obviously signed me and said, listen, I'm really trying my best. The club's saying that we're not in the financial place to give you the money that you want. I don't want to give you less, so you're just gonna have to stay on this until we win some more games. In that time, to win some more games, he got the sack because he wasn't winning. The new manager came in, he saw me in training, didn't look at anyone's contracts, rated me, played me, Boreham Wood, I'll never forget, played Boreham Wood, drew 1-1, and I had a good game. So this is my time, knocked on the gaffer's door, pulled in for a chat gaffer. I don't know if you know the contract situations at the club and that, but I've triggered a new deal. I need a new deal. I never played another game.
That's exactly like the skit we just did.
Yeah, like, mad.
Go talk to the coach, man. Trust me.
Don't talk to the coaches, bro.
Again.
Yeah. And then I was in the stands. And then I was just sitting in the stands for about, I think I did 5 games in the stands. And I said to myself, I can't do this. So then I said, I want to go home, back to London, because I was living in Bournemouth. That's when I went back to London. And that moment there was when I gave up, as in like making it. It was just like, all right, I'm 25 now. If I'm going to play for another 10 years,
make some bread.
My guy. So my whole head was, how can I make money?
Yeah.
And that's where I transferred into, all right, because I was always coaching. Clubs always give you like coaching roles. Yeah. I said, I need my badges now. So I started going through my UEFA B and all of that, going for my C, UEFA B. And that's when I started coaching. Because I said, I need to coach. Because, for example, if I come to a country like this, I need to know I can do something to get paid. So if I got to go work for Melbourne City, I can say I've got the qualifications to work at your academy. I don't want to work another job. I couldn't go to uni. So that was the plan. And that was why when everyone sees me now and sees all my boys are all ballers.
So what's your accreditation?
So you have your pro, which is what every manager has, pro license. They have UEFA A and a B. Right. So I'm 2 away from like being a gaffer. Like
UEFA B.
2 away from being a gaffer.
You know what I mean?
Said that.
UEFA B you can do.
I don't know why that was funny.
What UEFA B you can do? Remind me what it is. What level? UEFA B.
UEFA B. So say there's UEFA C So you got level 1. No, you got level 1, level 2 coaching.
Yep.
In England, then you got your UEFA C.
Yep.
UEFA B, UEFA A, and then your pro license.
Yep.
So I'm like halfway in.
Okay.
So, but to get your A is really hard. Like A's are really hard to get.
A's is like assistant coaches of like.
So Frank Lampard at Chelsea, remember you was getting fined every week because he only had his A.
I remember.
Yeah, he only had his UEFA A at the time.
Right.
And he was on his pro.
Frank.
Yeah. And he was on his pro.
Yeah.
Then got his pro license to then be a proper manager now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can, obviously, if you're Frank Lampard, manage in the Prem with your UEFA A license. But you have to have a pro, everyone else.
So at this stage, you're thinking, okay, I've got to set myself up here for the future. And then is pretty much then the call or the dinner happens to Australia, or what?
No, Australia wasn't the first choice.
Dinner happens.
Australia wasn't the first choice. Okay, where was?
Nah, Japan.
Okay, what level?
I really wanted to go J2.
J2, yep.
I had my brother had a friend who was an agent out in Japan. He moved to Japan and was there for about 10 years. And he said he could definitely get me a club and definitely get me seen. So it was like, just get yourself fit and come here. Because obviously by this time I've got head loss. I'm a big guy, right? So if I'm not, like even now, I'm not my best version of myself and I'm coast in this league, I have to get away with it because I can play. But if I come back, I plan to next year, like I really want to come back fit and do it properly, then I know I'll take the piss with respectfully, knowing what I've seen this year.
Of course.
But I can't when you're not at the fitness-based level, essentially.
It's the thing with MPL. You have to like dedicate your life to it, and then you can take the piss out.
Yeah, because
if you have the ability, very few can just turn up.
Because it's a very physical, very fit league.
It's not the easiest league.
No, it's very fit, very fast. Like everyone runs.
Yeah.
So I was going to go Japan. To answer the question, I was going to go Japan, and then I was meant to book the flights to go to Japan. As I'm searching, I'm like put inquiries and message Emilio Martinez, the boy I was mentioned from Nike Academy, and he introduced me to an agent in Australia, and he was working away and he got me this club, VPL2. So then he was like, so it was like Japan trial or play in what League 2 equivalent of Australia.
Yeah.
League 2 equivalent of Australia sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Or J2 sounds good. But J2 just sounds like J2. League 2, easy access up. Yeah, don't worry. I've had the realization moment myself a long time ago.
Did you have head loss when you landed in a show? Like, about you already had head loss.
No, disgusting.
And then you thought you've made the positive choice.
Yeah, but I couldn't say it out loud because
you didn't want to feed into it.
Yeah, and there's no. It doesn't matter. There's no other option.
Can I just tell you? I think
J2s are like, some of those J2 clubs is like a fucking high standard.
This kind of has nothing to do with anything, but it's somewhat on this wavelength. I just think it's a hilarious story. So when me and Rashid played one season at Moreland Zebras, Jesse Macarunas had left.
Gavin's
you know
mate.
this story, right? Oh, okay, so Jesse Macarunas, do you know Jesse Macarunas?
No.
He used to play for Melbourne Victory, then he played for Brunswick, and he came back in the NPL. Very good player though.
Yeah.
Went to the under-17 World Cup with Australia. Was like number 10. Anyway, he was on holiday in Rome, and we're like, Jesse, you've got to come back. You've got to come back. Like we're playing in NPL 2. Me and Rashid were playing. He's like, what's the club? I go Moreland. Like the club's going to reach out anyway. A president calls him. He goes, Jesse, like, yeah, we want you to come down. He's like, I'm going to be back next week. He turns up to training. He's sitting in the change room. He's like, what the fuck's Jake and Rashid? The Moreland City. So we're at Moreland Zebras. Moreland City president just happened to call him at the same time. Jesse said yes.
Different clubs.
It's a rival club. And because they got him a job, he's like, bro, I'm playing here now. So round 3, we've called him, brought him back, and he thought he's going to the
wrong side.
Yeah, the wrong side.
So I come play for Manchester, bro.
Precisely the point. He's like, man, I just had to keep my mouth shut. Like I was coming to, because they got me a job.
And so that head loss moment was tough, but obviously I had to just pretend to the family that it's all good. Don't worry. Yeah, it's a good club. Yeah, great.
Good on you for making like what you have out of it. Right? Do you know what I mean?
I just went back to what I know though, because like I say, like I'm from the hood. I'm from Cancer Estate. I made it because of sheer grit and determination. So in my head, it's like I'm a hustler. I'll make it happen. Like you give me ice, I'll sell it to an Eskimo. Like you get me, I'm gonna make it happen. So, you know what I'm saying?
So would you say you played more in the National Conference or South and North? Or did you ever play North?
No, I never played North. I always play South.
So did you play more in South, or did you play more in the
I played more South than National League.
Yep.
But only South and National League.
So from my understanding, and I could be off with this because it's very hard to compare because it's fucking two different hemispheres. The NPL here would roughly be an Isthmian level.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Isthmian is, so it's Premier League, Champ, League 1, League 2, National South, North, Isthmian.
Yes.
So it's 7th.
Yes.
Is that 7th or 6th?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7th is
Seven.
crazy.
It is, bro.
Did you play in Isthmian?
I don't doubt
I
it.
touched it. I scored 9 goals from centre back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say say an Avondale or a Heidelberg, would they be able to compete in National South or no?
Heidelberg Avondale could compete in National South. Probably finish mid-table though.
Okay, so what I want to do is, a lot of people always ask, oh, what's the standard? What's the standard? You're probably the best guy to answer this question in terms of NPL.
Yep.
Okay? I'm going to give you 10 categories, and you're going to tell me which is better, in your opinion, from, should we do Isthmian or South?
Let's do South. Let's respect. I want to respect it.
Okay.
I'm honest as well. I'm like, I don't even.
Yeah.
I won't even, if NPL, I think I'll say yeah, but.
Okay.
Let's go South.
So we'll go National Conference South versus NPL. Physicality.
Out of 10, here.
No,
which one's ahead?
Which would you say was ahead? Yeah.
Oh, physicality. Oh, National League South.
National League South.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Everyone's built like me.
Tactical discipline.
Tactical discipline.
Some of these are going to be a bit tricky, but it's just whatever comes to your head.
Do you know what it is? No offense.
Yep.
I don't know if many NPL teams are really tactical.
Okay.
Like, from my experience, I can only talk about my experience, right? I've seen that, like, there's probably about 5 or 6 clubs. It's like half split, half. Half are really like tactical based, and
go half a point each.
Half a point each, yeah. Because I would say National League South, a lot crash it. Yo, second balls, big man flicks.
Man, there's teams that win in the NPL that don't have tactics.
Yeah, but then there's also
they
teams
just have the right wage bill.
And there's but there's also teams like that in England. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't say tactically. I'll say it's very similar. I'll say probably even.
Okay, technical level.
Another hard one. I would probably say this league is more technical.
Yep.
I think NPL wins on that front of like more. There's a lot more passing. There's a lot more
balls on the ground.
Yeah, ground a lot more. It's nicer to watch.
Yep.
Whereas in back home, it's all about 3 points.
Yep.
So that goes out the window.
But would you say there would be players with a high level of ability?
Oh no, there's stupid level of ability.
Playing.
Yeah, they're just playing that because money needs to be made and bills need to be paid. But they was championship players once upon a time.
Yep.
And they've dropped down. They're doing the job on the tin.
Speed of play.
Oh, England wins that.
England. Yep.
Wins that.
Refereeing standards.
Oh my God, England wins that by no. There's not a question.
Gee, I'm gonna be real. I was like, what categories do I do? And I was like, you know what? Fucking ChatGPT, give me 10 categories. And this is what they've
The referee standard here is bad.
Yep, we've heard it.
Yeah.
Bad.
Facilities. Guess it depends what club, eh?
Yeah, depends on the club. Like, you see some really nice facilities here, and then you see
some crap ones.
Yeah. I would say England.
Yep.
National South.
Match day atmosphere. So, in terms of supporters and just the whole vibe.
The South.
South.
Yeah, South.
Yep.
Do you know why? Every game's like a Preston game.
Yep, that makes sense.
Whereas in here,
really?
Yeah.
Some of these clubs
are massive. Like, you got clubs like Dulwich Hamlet. Peter Crouch is the director of football there. Like, Dulwich Hamlet is literally Preston. Bro, people don't even go Dulwich for football.
That's the hipster club.
Yeah.
That's the hipster club.
Have you seen Dulwich? They got like a documentary.
No, I haven't seen it.
I promise you, bro. It's like,
do they?
Yeah, it's a hipster club.
Imagine like Fitzroy had a club.
Yeah, it's full blown.
Bro, people come to the game for girls. Like, they don't come for football. Like, legit. People turn up, like fans turn up just to, it's not even for football. Like, it's one of those, and that's every week.
It's the biggest hipster club. I think. It's fucking, I've seen people there. I'm like, what? What are you doing there? Money talk. What are we saying? What can you make more bread in?
It's not fair because there's 46 games. season's
Yeah,
longer.
that's the difference.
Well, then that's the answer.
Yeah.
But, well, let's go weekly.
Weekly. I'd probably say here.
Yep.
If you become a big player here, you will make good money consistently for a longer time than you would back home.
Okay. Professionalism on and off the pitch. Like, what would you say?
Oh no, Australians are having a bubble, mate. They love it. You lot are just chilling,
Just living life.
Yeah, living life, mate. And back home is do or die serious.
Yeah.
Like people take it a lot more seriously.
I feel like I'm going to know the answer to this one, but I'll ask it anyway. The dark arts, gamesmanship. Do you see it more in the NPL or is it more over there?
NPL's a bit nasty, you know.
Yeah, can get yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Uh,
People like when you play against the big clubs, like it's not nice.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll be honest, like, yeah, I'll probably say NPL takes that, you know.
Okay. That was great, man. That'll give us a nice little little clip. Just before we get on to amateur agents, which is our anonymous question thing. What time are we at? Sorry. Okay. Cool. Few things. Shout out to drastic topic change. Shout out to the Western Bears.
Oh, my gosh. We are Western. We are ballers.
Yes, that was the craziest shit.
Dude, was that not like, did you get like this is the fucking greatest locker room speech ever?
Bro, I forgot what So, to give some context,
Yeah.
me and Jake went to... when we did the Australia Cup draw, we said, fuck it, we're supporting Western Bears because they're the most random team in the draw. And they're from like a country town or whatever.
They're from a coal mining town and they play in a game called the El Clasico.
El Clasico.
So we're like, that's us. We're
Yeah.
going for them.
We're going for them.
Yeah.
And they've got a bear as a mascot.
Yeah.
Like an actual bear.
Cool logo and shit.
Yeah, so I said, we're going for Western Bears. They draw Heidelberg, one of the biggest, or one of the best non-A-League clubs in the country.
Yeah.
So I said, fucking beauty. Like, they're going to be in Melbourne, we'll go. We covered their journey. Everyone from the club is top-notch. The players are all chill as fuck. The president, just the people that are associated with the club, they're all just...
They live in the Hunter Valley.
Yeah, they're just...
They're living a good
just-
life, man.
Yeah.
They're just
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
very low-key life.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah, you're in trouble if you go there, bro. It's hard to let Yoogali.
Yeah, cute.
Prime example. Guy played, so their coach, we discovered. We didn't know this straight away, did we? Until
Someone, yeah.
it got mentioned to us that their head coach who played for Melbourne City and Newcastle, Yoogali, he stayed in like the Newcastle area because he loved it. But he played for Holland at the 2006 World Cup.
He's a big boy.
Not just big.
No
played.
way.
There's photos of him against some big, like...
Yeah, so we're like...
Started against Argentina.
Man, a guy's at 06
Yeah.
World Cups coaching like a Northern New South Wales Premier League team in the round of 32. And we popped into their rooms.
Well, we
man.
went into the change rooms, and I'd forgotten what he looked like, if I'm going to be real. So I'm like trying to picture, and all I can hear, we can't see him, and we're in the rooms, and all I can hear is, we've got no fucking stars in this team. We are a team. We have no fucking superstars. We are a team. And then he goes, I don't give a fuck about Heidelberg.
Yeah.
He goes, we go out there and we fucking smash them.
Yeah.
He goes, we are Western, we are ballers.
Yeah.
He said, you know, like a Dutch accent.
He said one line that stuck out to me. I thought, what a great coach's speech. Because obviously Heidelberg were the favourites going in. And Western, they embody like literally what the speech was. It's like everyone ran their socks off.
Yeah.
They had some tidy players, but Heidelberg just swallowed them up their defense made it really hard for strike and so forth. But he goes, the sooner you guys realize we have no superstars and the sooner you realize you have to work together as a team, the sooner you'll realize you have a chance to win.
Sick.
And I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
That's
I reckon
cold.
they got done dirty.
Did they?
There was a pen they should have had for sure. For sure. That would have made it 1-1. They ended up losing...
4-5?
No, it was
2-0.
2-0.
2-0. Oh.
Really respectable result. They had their own chances. Yes, Heidelberg had most of the ball, but they had their own chances. Like, I think Heidelberg were very impressed with that standard was... Their centre-back was incredible.
The Heidelberg's one?
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Hervey.
he was very good. Western. The Western back four.
The Western, yeah.
Yeah.
But shout out to the Heidelberg one because...
Yeah, he did
what
say
up.
hello, but he was a tidy player.
But yeah, it was a great experience. They had the bear there, which was hilarious. And I think they just had the trip of their lives. They were staying at Crown Casino. FA put them at Crown Casino.
Yo.
A lot of them probably have never been on a plane for football before.
Yeah.
There
There was kids taken off school.
Kids
to
taking
come
off
down with their
school,
family.
yep.
A few big results too. Nunawading.
Mate.
Bro,
That,
listen.
I watched that, like live. I was watching that and I couldn't believe what I was watching.
6-0 half time. Yeah.
Bro.
We have a lot of listeners from Darwin Olympic. So shout out to Darwin Olympic. But I just need to, and you guys turned out in good numbers for the game. But I just need to say, I think that shows the level of Victorian football where a almost struggling VPL2 team goes up against the biggest, most successful of all time in Northern Territory. And they beat them 9-0.
Mental.
Away in that weather on that pitch.
Mental.
Yeah.
And I spoke to one of the players. He's like my second cousin. He plays for Nunawading. I said, what was the level? And he goes, bro, he'd go at absolute best state 2.
Ah, that hurts.
Damn.
Yeah.
That
And he
hurts.
goes, and that's what it, but again, it's all like, it's the resources and there's only 150,000 people there. Like I wouldn't expect it to be, something fucking special, but crazy result. I wonder who Nunna will get next.
If they get a big one, A-League, that's going to be massive.
Imagine that.
So
Imagine they get
I'm
victory.
pretty sure,
Yeah.
right? So
Bro.
how it works now is if any non-A-League team is drawn first and they get an A-League team, the A-League team is always playing away. So you can't be Nunawading and just like bang out at Amy Park and like maybe get 20,000. Like that'll never happen. It doesn't work that
So,
way.
but-
Maybe in the semis it might change, but
But if it's at Nana, their
which
boys
is
are coming down
better.
to Nana.
Which
Yeah,
is better,
yeah,
right?
that's mad.
Way
That's
better.
why they set it up that way.
Way better.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch that.
Yeah.
That's like the fuck, and that's why when everyone always says to me like, oh, even when we had the convo of like, who's the real footballing? It's England, bro. England has the best pyramid for moments like that, where fucking a Tottenham goes to Tamworth, or like in our version, a victory goes to Nunna. Like
That's football. That will bring people to come and watch.
absolutely,
Do you reckon an NPL team will ever win it?
yeah.
South.
Bro.
You reckon?
Bro, I'm telling you right now,
They design it right, so one of the non-A-League teams has to get to the semi. Or they used to. I don't know if that still is the case.
yeah, but just off that, Jake, I genuinely think 1 year an A-League team will just underprepare,
Yeah.
underplay, and just get shocked. And it's happened before, and you see it happen with fucking when Wigan won the FA Cup or when fucking Portsmouth. Like, I know that's different levels, but you would never have said, no, that Wigan aren't going to go fucking win the FA Cup. Like, that's not going to fucking happen.
like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I want it to happen, but it's semi-pro.
But
the only
Sydney
reason
United
why-
made the final. Like,
The only reason why I think they have the chance is because the A-League teams have just started.
but that's another thing. They're in the midst of their season.
And they're in the midst of the season.
Right, so they're
So it's
probably
fair.
match fit, but at the same time, bro, like with no disrespect to the A-League teams, you could get a team that is just, bro. A lot of these A-League teams aren't playing full strength squads as well. Again, like you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say that a NPL club will never win it because I don't. I think they will.
I mean, I hope they do.
From what I've seen, one-off game this year, especially, if there's ever a team to do it, it's Heidelberg or Avondale, in my opinion. Them two teams this year are very good, and their boys are fit. It's not like they've got like people that don't take football seriously. I feel like they've got. And my thing is, right, we talking about fitness element, technical element. I think they go match for match.
Yep.
Like it's just a. So I'm seeing from what I've seen. I heard there's like clubs like Malconi and stuff, but I'm saying from Victoria, with the teams we got left, with Avondale and Heidelberg both still being in it. Avondale at home, very scary.
yeah, it'd be tough.
Very scary team.
Before we get into amateur agents, I just want to put some light on this situation going down in Canberra, or not Canberra, I should say, ACT football. So Vince Rigari wrote about this. So a club called Yoogali, I think that's how it's pronounced, they play 5 hours away from the city centre of Canberra. They are in the country. But the closest NPL to them is ACT, right?
wow.
So they are literally inland as fuck. You get me?
They're bush.
Bush. But apparently cracking team.
A bush as a few belters.
Yeah, like it's not far from Wagga Wagga and stuff like that. So it's like, it's inward, but apparently their team is good enough to play in the top flight in ACT, right?
Right.
So there's been rumblings of them not being allowed because it's so far. And some news came out. Capital Football was holding firm on its decision to cut Yoogali from next year's it's Yoogali National Premier League, deciding against providing the Griffith Club with an exemption to complete. The Riverina outfit had hoped to form a partnership with Wagga City and West Canberra to satisfy criteria for a junior pathway, but it's not enough. Apparently, this stems from travel logistics, junior program participation, and administration concerns. So this club has been like, let us fucking play. Like, we're good enough. We don't care that we have to drive to Canberra 5 hours a week or whatever.
Which is crazy.
It's
good on
fucking
them for that.
crazy.
I mean,
It's
mental.
crazy,
that's
right?
mental.
But if they want to play, let them play. Because if I'm one of the other teams, big fucking whoop. One game a season, I'm going to have to drive out there. Yeah, it's long, but it's one game a season. If I'm like Canberra Olympic or whatever.
Yep.
We got a lot of DMs. A lot.
About this?
Yes, saying, it's dogging up. You know what? I agree. I don't know too much more about it, but from what I've read, if they're good enough to play, and that's the closest National Premier League to play in, let them play. They're looking at now joining Victoria,
No way.
which is probably even going to be 6-7 hours.
Bro, what?
Because Sydney's too far. It's almost like where Canberra is and just 5 hours inland.
So you're telling me I've got a 3 p.m. kickoff. I'm going to be there 1:30. I'm leaving. I'm
7 a.m.
probably leaving the day before. or
Maybe.
I'm waking up at 3 a.m.
Maybe.
Man.
Hinge,
That's insane.
Hinge, Canberra, and just have a few options to stay at before a game. That's the only way you can do it
So
on a break.
mental.
So the only thing with why they didn't get let in, I mean, they sound like pretty legitimate things though. Like administration, that tells me that like they don't really have a club structure that's sustainable.
Well, bro, apparently they were in the league below, I think, and they won it. So it's
Just
not-
let them go, man.
It's not like they're some piss fart around club. Like
Wouldn't the ACT want to expand their league as
I
well?
think, bro,
And have as many teams as possible.
bro, go that service the country area. Like, have teams out there. Like,
Make more.
yeah, like Australia is an odd case because it's almost like Russia in the sense of away days
Yeah.
and shit. It's fucked. Like, you look at somewhere like England. Like I've got plenty of mates that live there. Oh, well, you got to drive 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. yeah, bro.
Yeah, the driving thing is crazy.
Yeah, like it's insane.
games.
Massive country, huh?
Massive. Just it's enormous.
Now imagine how good it
You
would
look
be.
at the size of London and the population London has, and you've fit it into Australia, and it's
Yeah.
insane
Yeah.
how
It's fucking
we've got
insane.
such a small population
Relation for such a massive area space.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for
Amateur agents.
sponsored by
No one.
no one. We're gonna get through these guys. For Taofiq, these are our anonymous questions we get each week.
Let's go. You're gonna throw a few at Taofiq's face for sure, huh?
Yeah, but this one's for you. Fuck, marry, kill. Ange Postecoglou, Dan Birrell, Ian Greener.
Oh!
Now, so the CEO of Football Victoria, Ange Postecoglou, or one of our podcast guests we have on.
Damn.
That's like 75.
Okay, respectfully, Dan Bill's not picking up our calls, so he may as well be dead.
Yep. You're gonna marry
Ian Greener, Ange is a dangerous fuck.
marry Ian.
Well, Ian Green was my old coach.
Okay, so you'll
Yeah.
marry your old coach. That's fine.
Fucking Ange.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's crazy.
I don't know about that. I'm
Crazy
not
work.
answering,
I
by the
don't,
way.
why did you give me that? Why did you
I don't know.
Plead the
Yeah,
fifth.
there we
mate.
go.
I am Taofiq. This will be a good one. I am in Div 2 JNPL team, top scorer in the league. What should I do next season?
Ooh. You got to go Div 1. Got to
Simple
go
as
Div 1.
that. Go Div 1.
Prove yourself.
What do you think is the driving force of kids wanting to play up front rather than a 6? I think it's changing. I think a lot of kids want to play in the middle. Am I wrong?
I tend
Yeah,
to agree.
but driving force is always going to be greed.
Yeah, like,
Scoring goals
what
has got
sort
to be
of
the
question-
best feeling in football.
It's always gonna be
What are you
that.
talking about? What?
The
You
best
ever-
thing in the game.
That's what I mean. You ever scored a goal?
At any level.
Yeah, like
At any level, brother.
in the playground, last
Five-a-side.
minute.
Everyone on the field is a failed striker.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Like
Facts.
everyone's thrown their hat in the ring at some point.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Didn't Verge say
Or
he
if
was a
they-
striker?
Yeah, man. Everyone's
everyone.
a failed
You
striker,
have
bro.
to.
Yeah, everyone. I know you spoke of Irankunda going Prem if he really plays well at Watford. Bayern actually have a buyback clause if he does play well. So that'll be an interesting one.
Very interesting.
Jerogba, if Victory played Chelsea in the Club World Cup final, who would you support? They're going to kill me for this.
You're going to say Chelsea?
Of course I am. They're going to kill me, though.
That's
They're
mad.
going to kill
He's
me.
the biggest Chelsea head going around.
It's all right. Rash saying he doesn't have any emotional care for any team. What about the Socceroos? Yeah, he cares about the
Dude,
Socceroos.
nah, I feel like Rashid, what we didn't bring up was like Incheon, Victory,
Yeah.
and Western Sydney.
He's got connections.
He won an A-League. Yeah, that's his connection. Like he played the teams he played for.
Do you have a Prem team?
Yeah. Arsenal.
Gunners, yeah. And did you find it hard to support a football team because you're an ex-pro?
Yeah. I found
It's
it
a thing,
weird.
isn't it?
Yeah, I found it weird.
It's weird.
It was just like they're peers. Like I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? It's just like I know him. Like it's a bit weird to start screaming for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about, hey, can we just bring up one scenario? Rashid said maybe it's an ex-pro football thing, but like when Chelsea won the Club World Cup and they're lifting the trophy, like he would just turn the TV off before they lifted the trophy.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't give a
He
fuck.
doesn't get it.
Nah, that's mental.
He doesn't
that is
get
so
it.
all right.
He doesn't get it. Just on last week, issue with giving scholarships, etc. for players is the skill level a lot of the time subjective. We may have differing opinions on players, so it would likely get political on what players get funds based on relationships. Well, we spoke on that before. I think we covered that. That's for Rashid. Is there any benefit from not paying for Patreon and still being in it? I'm going to be real with you. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. There's the free option. I don't know why it's there, but
It's
not.
just there.
What's the difference in quality between resis and seniors? Could a State League 1 resis team compete in State 3 seniors? I don't think so, bro.
Could a state what? Sorry,
State 1 resis?
Yeah.
Could they play in State 3 seniors?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Not after what I saw on Saturday. Bro, Waverley Wanderers
There's a big goal.
are a good fucking team.
There's a big gulf between resis and seniors in the state leagues, I think.
These boys were knocking the ball around like I haven't seen in State 3. I was like, this is I'm talking long 50-meter passes, bro. One touch, drop down, beat a player. I was like,
Very
this
good
is not
team.
State 3.
Yeah, man.
It's fucking crazy. A lot of those boys should not be playing there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know why they are. Money talks. I would love to see you guys at a Metro game. The only one that's going down is probably me.
Well,
so
you do go to the Metro games.
I haven't.
Does he know what Metro is?
Yeah, I knew there was a Heidelberg Stars was in the Metro, innit? They won it last year.
Yeah.
Heidelberg
Man.
Stars.
Are State League grounds dangerous? I know it's a lower amateur competition, but the ground standards are fucking appalling. And I believe are directly contributing to player injuries. I know when we talk about funding, we usually talk about the youth, but should these surfaces be fixed? I mean, he's got a fair point. Some of them are fucking dross.
Mate,
but
I've played on fucking cow paddocks.
yeah, well, your home ground is a dog park.
Well, yeah, our home ground, bro. The first home game we played, this is no word of a lie. 5 minutes in, we're like, fuck, man. We're trying to play football. We're 5 minutes in, the ref's like, blows the whistle. It's like, man, it's a fucking hole here. So some guys had to come out with a shovel and like dig it up fill it in. And then 10 minutes later, a dog runs on, and then there's like, oh, there's another hole here too. And then the blokes run back out the shovel, and I'm like, oh my God, man.
Yeah,
That's State League for you. There's nepotism in my football club.
Great
Do I
statement.
stay and prove my worth or go elsewhere? See, questions like this are always interesting. I need way more context.
Yeah.
Like, way more, because this is the problem in our society. And I'm not saying it's you, brother or sister, but what I'm saying is people learn words and
use them
wrong. Gaslighting, nepotism, narcissist.
Yes.
All these new words, yes, they're things. But sometimes either your coach is just an asshole, you're not good enough. Not saying for this person, but in general, like I think nepotism is a very interesting term and it's thrown around a lot in Australia. And yes, it does happen. Of course it happens. But I feel like, and Rash will be the biggest proponent of this, you got to take it into your own hands. Like, there's only so many people that can stop you with nepotism before you're actually just too good to deny.
Yep.
So that's my answer, really.
Nice.
Yo, Nor's wilding. Mans was caught at Victoria's Secret Chadston.
No.
Nor, what are
No,
you...
Botich, man.
Jeez.
What are you doing, Nor? Damn. Since Copa America and the Gold Cup have invitational spots, how well do you think the Socceroos would do in either tournament? Copa America wouldn't do great. Gold Cup, though, would do all right, I would say. Jerome would look good in a hydraulic press. What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know.
What's a hydraulic press? Am I meant to know what that is?
Google it. Go to the next one.
Interview FA referee boss John Moss. No comment.
We tried.
We tried. What else do we have here? Cheers, boys. I actually reffed my missus' game like I asked you guys about. She got a 6-week ban for a Brexit tackle. Now I'm on the couch for the foreseeable future. We told you not to do it. Don't ref your girl's game. Okay.
What did he do?
That's a hydraulic press. I don't know why someone wants to
That
see me on
is
that.
a big pause.
Yeah, big,
Yo,
huge
man.
pause.
Guys,
Huge fucking pause.
That's crazy.
You'll never see me on one of those. Jake, hello lads. Your favourite ref lover here because you didn't rank them last week. Number 1, Alex King. Number 2, Sean Evans. Number 3, Adam Kersey. Number 4, Daniel Elder. And number 5, Ali Reza because he met Trump. Bro, that's... No. Because he met Trump shouldn't... You heard my Trump rant about the Chelsea thing. He shouldn't be mentioned in that. Look,
Bro,
bunch of those.
To be honest.
Just everywhere. The Canberra stuff.
Oh, wow.
Just filling up
There
the
is
DMs
Canberra
here.
mail coming in.
Yep, more.
Well, you really do scan over a lot, huh?
Are metal studs banned for men's football in Victoria? Are they?
No? Wear them all the time.
I've never even heard
Do
of
you
that.
find more people in Australia don't wear medals?
Yeah, you don't have them here. You got to import them. Don't sell them, man.
Man, I never wore them until I started playing football in Europe.
Yeah. That's a
Or
metals
like
is a normal
traveling.
thing. Yeah, metals is I need metals.
Yeah.
Yeah, like metals is. I don't know how people play without metals.
Here, well, I don't know, man. Here it feels like sometimes it's unsafe because the grounds are so high.
So
and it's so
hard.
hot.
Summer, but in the winter months like now, it's all
Well,
wet.
yeah, NPL season. Yeah.
Why don't... This is a hilarious question, and I'm going to try to answer it properly. Why don't teams in State 3 or 4 prioritise youth talent and development? It's like a mates league, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's for. Like, I don't think any club that plays State 4 will prioritise anything else except just being a community. Like, they're going to care. Like, they want their kids to do well, but, like, there's no point in having a really mad junior system and your seniors play State 4. What's the point of that? Like, I don't know about that.
Yep.
Thoughts on Speed? I love him. I coach a State 3 women's team. How do I get them to stop losing control of the game in the last 30 minutes? We always concede and lose structure.
Taofiq.
Wait. So he said they lose structure.
He said, I coach a State 3 women's team.
Yeah.
Every time it's the last 30 minutes of the game, we lose control. We always end up conceding and we lose structure.
Yeah, that's a fitness issue, man.
Fitness, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you got to get a fitness for the last 30 minutes.
Tied minds, tied
that was
feet.
a silver
mate, it
bullet quick, man.
And then all you got to say is get 5 at the back, mate.
Yep.
5 at
Mark
the
it.
back. Part of the
Simple.
bus.
Yep.
Simple. I think that'll do us for this week because there's a few more, but I'm not going to answer those. Guys, Taofiq, just want to thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
I
Awesome
appreciate
fucking
it, man.
story.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Sick story. I feel like if you are a budding footballer or a parent of an NPL or a budding footballer, like, great pod for you. But that was good for me, my nerdy lower league English side stuff.
You
'cause
dropped a bit
I
of
love that shit.
knowledge.
Yeah.
I just love it. Like, it's just... like just the stuff I've seen online about the conference clubs, some of the crowds they get, some of the players they produce. Like, it's like nowhere else in the world.
Yeah, it's insane.
Nowhere else in the world does that.
And I think your story, just in summary, is actually the more common story.
Yeah.
The ones you spoke of, like your mates that were going on, they're
anomalies.
I mean, it's
anomalies.
especially in the UK.
Let's do a
how
little
competitive
flex.
it is.
What are some of the big boys?
That are my boys.
Yeah.
Put it this way, I went. One of my boys, Jibi Sao, he plays for Sevilla. He's actually
Small club.
Switzerland international. But I met him through my best friend played in Germany. So when we used to fly out to Germany and go watch him. but we're close. Like I saw him. He played Arsenal in the Champions League. He got me tickets, went to watch Arsenal play. Then he was 2 days off. He came, we went for dinner.
That's got to be the saving grace of all your mates making it. Whatever game you want to go to.
Yeah.
Football-wise.
Football-wise, obviously, who else am I? I want to say real close with though.
Okay.
See, Bass, I'm cool with. We train together and that. Like I've trained with Bass. I know Alex Owobi well. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I know. Obviously, we all grew up together. My closest friends in football, big names.
So you were cool with a lot of the Nigerian boys because you're Nigerian.
Yeah, I'm Nigerian.
Yeah.
So I'm very cool with London ballers.
Yeah.
I know, like, we all know each other.
Yeah.
But I want to say people I'm close with. So them names are Alex and I'm not going to call Alex to chill, but we're cool. We're very cool. Like, we wouldn't walk past the street without saying hello. Like, we'll chat. But I would say, let me give you shout outs to some ballers that are going to come through. Divine Mbemba. Yeah, he plays for Man City right now. He's on loan at Stoke City this year in the champ. Baller. Divine Mukas plays for Man City. Baller.
Are both their names Divine?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? And then you got
madness.
Anis Mehmeti. Yeah, he's at play for Bristol City in the champ right now. Kwame Poku. Yeah, remember this name? Played for QPR. He just got bought. He turned down Rangers and Birmingham in just this summer. Kwame. Yo, footballer. Who else am I close with? Who I speak to every day? Obviously, my best friend's a boy called Mandela Egbo. He used to play for Borussia Mönchengladbach, came for Crystal Palace, played for New York Red Bulls. He's playing in England. He was at Colchester last year. He played for Charlton, Swindon.
Good career, fuck.
Yeah, so he's good. Yeah, so that's probably, I got loads of football friends, but Jacob Mendy, Mendy was just here for Wrexham. Yeah. Mendy, I'm close with Men's.
Do they always, like, I always hear of Camberwell being mentioned as really producing some players.
So South, yeah, because it's so South London people don't say. South London is bigger
You know that.
than North East, South, North
like,
East and
did
West.
you say
Camberwell?
Sancho, Reece Nelson,
are you
Tammy,
talking about the
Peckham.
area or?
Yeah, it's like a borough. Like there's a borough in Camberwell. They produce a lot of footballers. South in general.
South, yeah.
South London.
Street ballers.
They street ballers or gangsters. They either pick one or the other. They all. Do you understand? And South is big though, whereas in North, East, and West is smaller boroughs.
Because South goes from what, like, all the way down to fucking Croydon.
Croydon, exactly. You go from Croydon, Brixton, Peckham. Like Southwest is near Wimbledon, so like Chelsea, Southwest. Like South is massive.
Yeah.
Like Palace and Chelsea's not a derby.
Nah.
But it's South London.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, but no, there'll be some ballers flexing wise. Yeah, that would be off the top of my brain.
So you staying out here for good now? It's like this. Is this like where you see a vehicle
Australia
for the
home?
future?
Yeah, Australia's home. I think that's why I'm driven to like do well in NPL. Like this year, NPL, I had a good season, but I nowhere near tried.
How
If
old
that
are
makes
you, by
sense.
the way?
28.
But it seems to me like you've got a great pedigree to go on and like build a really good coaching career too.
Yeah,
Experiencing all that
I'm
gives
in
you an
the
edge.
limbo of like, what do I do? I actually really love coaching. Like I like coaching high level though. Like
Yes, I agree.
the kids need to be of a certain standard for me to be able to work
Stimulated.
with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the videos I see on your Instagram of the players you work with, they're probably the best in their age group.
Yeah.
And you probably prefer that because you don't have to fuck around with the fundamentals.
Yeah. And this fundamentals are bad here, very low.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to raise that. I think for me, the main goal is to try and convince my friends to come out here. A lot more of my boys to come out here and play. I think that would obviously help with the standards as well. I think, but also trying to develop players as well here to raise standard. If I could give one advice to the A-League, because they might watch this, is you need to get players between the ages of 22 to 26 on average in your league, like good standard players. Get young bloods, like the 16, 17-year-olds with good standard players and some experience, and the league standard will raise and you will get a lot better players.
That's what it used to be.
You've got 16-year-old kids and then like these vets who've been in the league for like 10 years, played for every club. Just like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that'll do us, guys. Again, thank you to Taofiq. That was fucking awesome, man. Patronies, we got you for this week. We're about to record it. If you're not there, go sign up. We got some cool shit there for you. 5 stars on Spotify. Please Shout out to all the booters, man. Suited and booted, we out. Thank you very
y'all.
much.
That was bro.
That's cold, man.
Well done, man.